What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web here on a happy edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. So how do we start off this show? Is you know them, you love them, you got to have them. So let's get it out of the way so everybody doesn't complain all at the same time. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we will have Louie from the Frozen Pirate Podcast. We will have the return of Best of the Bay himself, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, coming on with us here at the 8 o'clock hour. What else will we talk about? Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers unveiling the 1976 uniforms, all white and orange. Guys, if you are under a rock and you didn't watch this show, you should not be surprised because I told you that's exactly what they were going to do. You gotta love it. So we will definitely get into that. Baker Mayfield, some quarterback rankings. Once again, some talk around the league about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another player ranked in the top 100. Oh, my goodness. Who is it? We'll get into that. And, of course, we will talk about the Tampa Bay Rays and the eventual sale, which, once again, if you missed the breaking news on Monday night, Stu Sternberg, I can't say this enough. I mean, I cannot. I got to play the Rays horn when I say it, too. Because it's just like, it's a victory. Victory! I mean, that's how I feel for Rays fans at this point. Stu Sternberg, in principle, has agreed to sell the team. And also, Rob Manfred has some comments, which is what a commissioner should say about the Tampa Bay sports fan when it comes to the postseason. What do you have to say? We will get into that. At 9 o'clock, we will have the media icon himself, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. And we will also have Leo Haggerty, the legend himself, former coach, scout, and now media member of Night Sports Productions, Amped Up Sports. And then, if that wasn't enough, we got Bucs, Rays, guest. We got turnbuckle talk tonight. That's right, professional wrestling talk. What is your name? Yes, what is your name? The phone lines are open for all of you to talk about whatever you want to talk about, whether it's Go Bucs, whether it's Raise Up, whatever is on your mind. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Quick special shout out, if I can get my words together here, because I'm so excited about this show. It's Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far to get a haircut, to get a beard trim, whatever you need. 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. It's Up the Block Barbershop, and tell them the Sports Web, the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. So without further ado, let's go out to all of our guests at this point, because there's so much to talk about. We will also discuss the Tristan Wirfs injury situation. We'll get on that. We asked Bucs fans about that the other night. So definitely want to hear from you. So without further ado, let's get out to it. Here we go.
What do you hear? What do you say?
Yeah. Let's go out to Louie from the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television here on a happy hump day. What's going on, my friend? And you are muted, so that's not good. Okay. Well, that's a good start. There you go.
Well, maybe you should unmute me.
Well, I couldn't do it. You did it there, producer. You're the producer here. You're the producer.
You want me to produce tonight? I'm going to have to produce a 3-shot on the fly, though.
Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do here. This is what we do here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. What's going on, boss? How you doing?
I'm tired. I'm sore. My calves hurt. I feel like I'm walking on string legs right now.
Oh, by the way, we wear T-shirts and caps when we do this show. If you know where that line is from, you should start laughing. But what's going on here with the dress code tonight? Is it hot?
Yeah, it's pretty hot down here. I just did a serious workout.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're getting back in it. No alcohol for almost 3 weeks now.
Very good. Very good.
Getting back into the boxing.
Nice.
I did 6 rounds of jump rope.
You going to challenge Jake Paul?
No, I don't do steroids. I mean, if he wants to do jiu-jitsu, I'll roll with him. I mean, a great coach told me, you know what a great coach told me? I used to box, and I got complimented one time. He's like, hey, you want to, do some amateur wrestling? Some jiu-jitsu. I was like, nah, man, I'm all set. I'm not into that. He's like, all right, no problem. And then as I was getting ready to wrap up my hands to start shadow boxing, he's like, hey, Lou, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. What's up, coach? He goes, can you box from your back? I'm like, no, I can't.
Box from your back.
Yeah, because 90% of the fights usually end up on the ground if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's true. That's very true. By the way, we are on Instagram Live, so I think we know what we're doing tonight. We're on LinkedIn Live. Also, the Wi-Fi is participating tonight, so thank you very much to Spectrum, which it has absolutely sucked lately.
That's good enough to suck right there.
It has sucked lately, so we'll see what happens here. Well, we got another guest on the show.
Oh, real quickly?
Yes.
When it comes to me, there is no dress code. Listen,
there's no dress code?
No dress code. Nothing offensive here.
All right.
No offense. No, there's nothing offensive here.
Again, we wear T-shirts and caps here at Wild Thing. Okay, that's how it goes here.
T-shirts and caps. What is it? Is the tattoos too much?
This ain't the California Penal League.
Listen, is the tattoos too much? Is that what it is? Too much?
You're too much. All right,
a little nip action.
No, I don't want to see that. Okay, listen. Nobody tuned into this show for you to show your body parts and your tattoos. All right, so put that stuff away. Let me go on to our other guest here, Best of the Bay, who's been known to flex his muscles sometimes. By the way, he was out there. I don't know what he was doing, but he was out there when they unveiled the Creamsicle with Rock Riley and Greg Auman. And I'm surprised he didn't do some video or something there. It's Best of the Bay himself, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy!
All right, so let me go out to Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy right there. You got the orange Creamsicle shirt on. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. And I know you must have been elated. Of course, though, as I was telling everybody coming into the show, nobody should have been surprised because I nailed it down. It was going to be all white with the Creamsicle numbers. So give me your thoughts. What were you doing out there, hanging out with the likes of Rock Riley, who's a friend of the show, and, of course, Greg Auman? We got him on the show before. Welcome to the evolution.
Fellas, I'm just glad Louis didn't pull a nipple out because automatically NC-17 just one nipple. So, Louis, thank you for keeping us on the right straight and narrow. Yeah.
Don't give him any ideas because we all know you are one to wear the Doug Martin, undersized jersey or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Crop top.
He's trying to look like Ezekiel Elliott at this point. That's what he's trying to look like. He was looking like Ezekiel Elliott in the pool. Jeez, give me a break. All right, so give me your thoughts first and foremost on the jersey. What were you doing out there here on the sports web?
Brother, so I went down, I did my lap around the Trop, and then I was like, the traffic was light. It was 9:30 on a Tuesday yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Let's see if this traffic stays light all the way across to Howard Franklin. And it did. It got me across here, got off at Dale Mabry and headed to the stadium and drove around the entire thing. But I'll tell you what, when I walked in, because we remember they went with the orange and the slight red outline only in 1976, but the cameras, television at that time wasn't even prepared to try to pick it up. And it was so bright because the Bucs played all their games at 1 o'clock that it quickly became very obvious they were going to have to change that correlation. So they went to orange, or the red with the orange outline. And when I walked in, guys, Louis and Pete, when I walked in and I saw those colors, it was like one of those moments like in Ratatouille, where it took me right back to my childhood and Grandma's making the Ratatouille with all right there, it was 1976 again. So it was a great morning to be over at the merch store there over at Raymond James Stadium.
Did you get a jersey by chance? So let me get out to the 3-shot there, Louis. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on.
No, I didn't do that.
You did that, or somebody did that. All right, give me a 3-shot here. Give me a 3-shot. Oh, there it is. You're going to control this tonight. All right.
You're producing, Louis.
I'm actually. It's funny because I'm not going to share the news right now.
What's the news?
Oh, you tease.
I'm going to do a tease. Nah, we're just here at the Frozen Pirate podcast. We're going to do a complete overhaul rebrand. Wait, Louis, go one shot.
Go one shot on this. Let's see this.
I don't have nothing. I'm not showing nothing. You're talking,
brother.
No, all right. I'm not showing nothing. I'm going to keep it tight. We got a new logo.
Okay.
We're going to have some new stuff. It's going to be
all right.
Rebrand.
All right, free brand. All right, we got plenty of comments here. Of course, Facebook stars are open, YouTube super chats if you like the content. But let's go out to that really quick. Let's go out to our web heads here. Tim says, "What's up, Peter? What's going on?"
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to the tribal troll right there, Mr. Roger Shoe.
Acknowledge me.
Okay, we'll just get it out of the way because I know he's going to troll us.
Shut up!
There you go, Mike D. Roche. Hey, Peter, by the way, we got to do that to Roger. And Roger took a beating the other night in the chat there because he kept on going, they're going to play in Orlando. They're going to play here. They're not going to play. Dude, just relax on that. But he does have an opinion, so he's going to be wrong. He's going to owe me some money. He's going to owe me a steak or something like that. Just let him be wrong. Let's go out to, yes, that's right, Mike D. Roche right there from Canada. Appreciate you, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Hey, fellas. Hey, yes.
Yes!
Mike D. Roche from Canada again. Nice jerseys for the 50th anniversary vintage. I agree with that. I mean, Louis, your thoughts on it? I mean, you wanted the red numbers to come back, and I said, it's going to be the creamsicle numbers. You see the pictures. I mean, they look sharp, and they're playing against the Jets, the home opener for the.
They shouldn't have did that.
No, you don't like that, huh? Why?
They should have played against the Seahawks. The Seahawks, this is my opinion, and I'll go full screen here. Strictly my opinion. I think I don't want to see the creamsicle jerseys anymore. I like the white ones. The white ones are nice. I just feel like the creamsicles, they're nice, but they're cursed. In my opinion, we lose with them. I don't like them. I mean, they're nice. I have a Mike Evans creamsicle. It's just, in my opinion, I think the white on white with the white helmet, it's classy. It's throwback to me. And I don't agree with them playing against the Jets. There's no history there with the Jets. Something like that, I think you got to go with the Seahawks because these two teams came into the league the same year.
Whoa, wait a minute now. Let me correct you on this. Go back to that 3-shot there. We got Mr. Historian himself, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. There is some history with the Jets, is there not?
What, Keyshawn?
Well, not just the Keyshawn stuff, but I would say back in the 80s where – and I wish I had Paul Stewart on here, but the Bucs were trying to get James Wilder a record, and then they couldn't get him the record. And then the very next year, the Jets decided to run it up on the Bucs. Is that not correct, Mr. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy? One shot.
That's literally going back. That was the only, because we were Jets fans moving down from Staten Island in 72. So we were Jets fans, and then we became Dolphins fans before the Bucs got here in 76. That was how the Kennedy family rolled. But yeah, that was going back through all the, Jets history with, going back to 69 and with, that was the only thing the Bucs could have with the Jets. That we played them a lot in the preseason. But then after that, there was the Keyshawn Johnson and of course Vinny Testaverde. I mean, there's a history there between the Bucs and the Jets. But I mean, Louis makes a point. The Seattle came into the league first year. I'm not sure if it was a reason why they chose this game as that throwback. And are the Jets going to wear the throwback, Jets going back to 69 with either the jet or this football on the side of the helmet with the NY Jets logo?
Well, we know that the Atlanta Falcons are coming to town. They're going to do their throwbacks. And of course the Bucs are going to do their creamsicle. I believe it's week 15. So, and the reason why you do it at home is so you can take advantage of it because everybody wants to wear the white creamsicle and it's money. That's what it comes down to, guys.
Is there going to be Buck fans there? Is there going to be Jet fans there?
There's going to be Bucs fans there because there's no such thing as Jets fans at this point. Doesn't seem like. Just in the season at this point. All right.
See, I hear Nick Wise on WDAE, and he makes a point. I think a lot of people would probably agree with him that maybe it's a money grab. Oregon and Oregon has 73 helmets they wear a year. But at the end of the day, you can make the City Connect argument for the City Connect with the Rays and the Skyway as they're trying to figure out where they're going to be in 2026 or 5. You can make that out as a cash grab. But when you're going back to the OG colors on the Bucs, Nick, don't mess with those colors because we've been here since then. So, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, but he's like a Lions fan or a Chicago Bears fan, right? Isn't he one of those?
He's going around. Nick Wise. He likes the Lions.
He likes the Lions. All right. So, he's doing good
things. Listen, I'm the Jersey guy here. I'm with the fashion stuff. And honestly, I think that the Buccaneers, I think they picked the wrong game. I get it. It shouldn't be a money grab, but I understand. They make enough money. The ticket prices are going up, and I know because I have to get 3 tickets for that Thursday night game against the Falcons, which is not going to be cheap. I know that. And then I have 3 tickets to get for the Patriots game, which, I'm going to try and sit underneath that pirate ship. But I mean, again, something like that, it's tradition. And I think they're picking the wrong team to play against. I mean, to wear these jerseys. I mean, they could do away without the creamsicles. They could just go with the white, like pay homage to the white jerseys, let's start a new tradition.
Louis, are you backside trying to say that you think the Jets are going to come in here and spoil our party? Because you're right. The creamsicles have been cursed so far since they brought them back in the 20-aughts. But I mean, are you trying to say that we picked the wrong game because you think the Jets are going to come in here and try to spoil our party, or is there another reason?
No. I don't like when they wear the creamsicle jerseys because those are cursed, in my opinion. Nothing good comes out of those games. It's like a tease every time that we wear those jerseys and we come close to winning and just something stupid happens,
But when the Jets come in here and we wear the OG first year 76 away uniforms, which were actually our
hopefully
home
we start a new tradition. You know,
right,
hopefully
we're gonna
hopefully we start a new tradition with those. But I just think what I'm just trying to say is I think they picked the wrong game for this. It's got to be against the Seahawks, and then they could have wore the white ones again against. They could have done that with the Falcons on Thursday night. I think the white on whites would look nice on a Thursday night, or even there's plenty of games you could have did it with the Eagles. The Jets. I mean, to me, there's really no history there. I mean, there's really no need to play against the Jets with those uniforms.
It's a home opener, so they want to reveal it. They want to unveil it. So fans, what do you think? Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So nice jerseys for the 50th anniversary vintage. I agree. Hi, Peter. Are you wearing the pewter jersey this year as well? Are they wearing the jerseys? I did not see that. I don't think they like that very much. I don't know why, but
it
doesn't
bring
it back.
So I actually want to talk about this. When they unveiled the pewter jerseys, I didn't like them. I wasn't a fan of them just because the actual pewter color on the helmet is very difficult to replicate
metallic
on a jersey.
Right?
Yeah,
metallic.
It's very difficult to get that on a jersey. I mean, I'm not a fan of that. I want to see them bring back that Color Rush uniform, that red one, just without the numbers.
The ketchup uniform. It's all ended up playing the Rams again because that's the ketchup man. That's the ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup mayonnaise game. But I mean, they were clean looking with the pewter on them.
Mustard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, they looked nice with the helmet. They looked nice with I didn't like. I wasn't a fan of the numbers. In my opinion, Peter, I don't know if you were on when I said this. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should bring an all black uniform with the same color pants that they have with the same hats during Thursday night game. Listen, Thursday night games. That's my opinion. I think that they should bring back a black. I mean, they should bring in a black uniform with a pewter style color number with a different type of font to it. I think it looked pretty cool, in my opinion, strictly for Thursday night games.
And as the NFL. Well, as the NFLPA and the NFL continue to get more and more away from this whole thing, we know chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a thing, but at the end of the day, these dogs are getting the best helmets available, and they get away with this 1 or 2 helmet rule. That black, Louis, I would take the all black, but give me red metal helmets with the pirate on it.
Yeah. I would, me personally, I would keep the helmet they have now, the pewter helmet, with the black uniform, black jerseys with pewter numbers and the pewter pants that they have now.
Plain.
I know you love the black, but I don't ever see that happening. But we will definitely see if they bring that back.
I just want to see some changes, man. It's the same crap every year. Take a look around the league. Take a look around the league. Even take the New Orleans Saints, what they're doing with the helmets. That's pretty cool. A lot of teams are introducing stuff. Some uniform concepts. Why can't we do it? It's the same crap all the time. I get it. I think our jerseys are very classic. They are. They're very classic. But you can't keep staying the same. You eventually have to evolve.
Well, Louis, I think what you're saying is that because people were the Glaciers, they bought the team in 95 and they changed in 97. The word was that gay winking pirate should never come back. Right. That was literally the word, the creamsicle pirate. And I think that now as we're starting to see him introducing the 76 orange this season and then the throwbacks and the this and the that, I think it continues to open the avenue to more of a uniform experimentation, if you will. Whereas, some teams in the league like the Steelers, they've got like 2 throwbacks. They got the blacks and then they wear the bumblebee uniform. So at least we're starting to get a little bit of flexibility there.
I hope so. I like the pewter over the red. The alarm clock numbers, you can never bring those back. There's nothing good about that era.
Absolutely not.
Ever.
But it's the same.
Besides Levante David and Gerald McCoy. That's about it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I said, I like the red ones that they had. I just don't like the numbers. The digital alarm clock numbers, they were terrible. The concept was there.
Right.
The concept was there. It's just the digital alarm clock. Do you guys remember the practice uniforms they used to practice in?
I still have Cadillac Williams jersey in my closet over here, Louis. But Cadillac. I'll tell you what, it was the Oakland. It was against the Raiders were still in Oakland. It was the overtime game at Raymond James. It's been almost a decade now, and that was the first time that I was in person because we were sitting up 300 level on the west side. The first time I realized that the alarm clock numbers. I mean, I guess somebody at Nike
they reflect. Yeah,
they were reflective.
Stand by. Yeah, they were reflective. All right. Let's go to this guy right here.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter
It
with
didn't
you?
matter because they didn't play primetime. So.
Jim leading it off here on the Sports Web. You're on with yours truly, along with Louie from the Frozen Pyra podcast. And, of course, best of the base, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. What's on your mind tonight? You like those jerseys?
Yeah, I like the nostalgia. I like they're going to change the white and the red outline.
You like that? So you like the white creamsicle? You like it? And also, by the way, it's on the collar. It says, hey, Tampa Bay, which is very, very cool. I like that.
Yeah,
I know Louis wants black. He wants all black uniforms. You know what?
No, wait, hold on. I said I love the white on white. The white on white's classic. I like that. That's your throwback because for me, creamsicle, it's just involved with losing. We tried it. We had it. We've had it, and it didn't work. Again, it didn't work. We lost the Lions.
It's not that it's associated with losing. It's just that for out the first 5-10 years, the Buccaneers, every home game, there was never even a 4:00 game, and it was prime time. What's prime time? And it was 1:00, and they discovered early on that all white was reflective. So, it was actually this was the OG uniform. This is what the Bucs.
No, but what he's saying is that they shouldn't wear the creamsicle jerseys because it's associated with losing. Although
we should do a poll on that.
Yeah, Josh.
Would you rather see white? Let me ask you guys, right? Let me ask you real quickly.
Yeah.
Would you rather see creamsicle or would you rather see the white on whites?
Brother, I'll tell you what.
Producer, put the question in there in the box. Do that
I'm going to answer them though, because I'm going to tell them I'm happy to see the white. I'm happy to see what we did for this year, but I want to see the creamsicle because they get an extra. Because I mean, this is what I want to ask you, all three of you guys. What's the rule in the NFL? Because nowadays it seems like you can just pop up. We're going to do a throwback, a retribution game. We're going to do this game. Can't the Bucs at some point later in the season decide, you know what? We're going to wear our orange. We're going to wear orange on orange tonight because we're feeling it. Let's get jiggy with it. Let's go out and get rid of this curse. That's how I want to see the orange come back.
I'm pretty sure of this also in history that Sam Weiss wanted to do an orange on orange, and the fans were upset about along the lines. So I don't see that. I don't know. I think it would hurt people's eyes. Let's go out to Jim.
Trying to shake things up.
You're hurting my ears with this nonsense. Let me go out to Jim. Jim, go ahead.
I mean, I know our team was good with we did the orange. So
the orange pants, yes, the creamsicle. Let me throw the question out there, Jim. Do you want to see creamsicle, or do you want to just have it stay white with creamsicle numbers?
I like the white with creamsicle numbers. It's different.
Over creamsicle.
If they do the creamsicle, they need to do everything all the way. You bring those funky pirate back, maybe redesign them a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to redesign them, but it's a great.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about on primetime games? Would you be opposed to an all-black uniform, a black jersey with the same color pants that they wear at home with the same color helmet?
Oh, I like black. Yeah,
Thank you. How about we do that? Let's put a poll. I guarantee you 90% of people will say they would love to have a black uniform.
They may do that, but I'm saying it's highly unlikely, especially during the day. But during primetime games,
no, you don't wear them during the day. Same thing with the pewter uniforms. You don't. They barely wore the pewter.
The Detroit game, the Lions game, is that a primetime? Is that 4:00 or national televised when we play at Detroit?
No, it's not. All right, Jim. What else?
Do a black with the pewter red numbers. Woo.
All right.
I told you, man. I told you.
All right.
Look, hey, Buccaneers, Tampa Bay, Malcolm Glazer, whoever owns the team, I just made you $1 million in sales.
Whoever owns the team, Stu Sternberg, he bought him. He just bought him like 10 minutes ago.
Shut up about Stu Sternberg.
Bring up the suck right there.
Never, ever mention that name besides when he's out of town.
Name we don't mention.
Get out of here. Yes. All right, Jim, what else?
All right, I'll call y'all back. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, Jim. Good stuff. All right, let's read the comments here. He's going to put some questions in there. And the questions of the night. I know we're talking jerseys. I know we can talk whatever you want to talk about with Go Bucs. Phone lines are open 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Absolutely. There you go. Join the conversation right there. And then the questions of the night. Would you like to see this team abandon the creamsicle jersey for the white and creamsicle numbers? And would you like to see what Louis said about primetime games have a black alternative jersey? Again,
you were wrong. Peter, you were wrong.
What was that wrong about?
The Bucs play the Lions, right? I'm not sure what week it is, but it's October 20th. It's the 7 o'clock. It's that early Monday night, that stagger game.
Oh, the double stack.
Right.
Well,
The point I was going to make is if the Lions want to come into that game doing an all blue out, then I'd love to go in with the all black out with the red pewter, and let's get it on because it looks faster on a turf anyway, and we're going to kick their asses either way. So
the problem for me, guys, is it seems like every NFL, and I love black, don't get me wrong, but it seems like every NFL team has a black jersey, including the Atlanta Falcons.
Who has a black uniform? All right, you got the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints. All three of them. All right, I get it. So who else? The Raiders. We don't play the Raiders.
You don't play the Raiders, but still, I mean, you're it's most NFL teams. I understand where you're coming from. I still go with the white. I still go with the red. Especially,
I'm gonna mock up a uniform, dude. I'm gonna digitally create a uniform.
You do that. And
I guarantee you, people are gonna be like, we should be wearing those. It'll be a hell of a lot better than those funky pewter jerseys that they were wearing.
And I like pewter jerseys.
Well,
those were terrible.
I like the pewter jersey. What's wrong with the pewter jerseys?
They were terrible. They didn't match the helmet.
You open a box of Crayola crayons, and they're all so glamorous and glitzy, and then you go, well, there's the color brown. I'm going to need that for certain colors and paintings. But at the end of the day, like Louis said, the pewter on a helmet is like a metallic jumps at you, and the pewter on the uniforms is more like a matte brown.
Yeah, it didn't. When they unveiled those, I was just like, I was.
You're like,
I just got the same feeling. I got the same feeling when remember when they unveiled, like they went, they made a big thing about the helmet, the chrome face mask, and the big flag on. I was like, hey, this is pretty sick. I can't wait to what the uniforms are gonna look like. They're gonna be sick. And then they unveiled them, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Is this a joke? It was a joke. They looked terrible. And then from
the mouth of babes.
Dude, they looked terrible. And they're like, look, we reflect. You ain't even playing primetime games.
Well, they're reflected off of losses
there.
There.
Buccaneers portal here, so let's settle down. It's pewter.
No, he's right. That's all right. No, I mean, you can have an opinion on the jersey. I like the pewter jersey. I like the pewter jersey, but
that says a lot for you.
Thank God they went back to the originals.
Oh, stop. Oh, well, yeah, definitely the original Buccaneer jersey.
You know what I think of? When I see those digital alarm clock jerseys?
What do you say? What do you see? Rixiano?
I think of 30 for 30. That's what I think. Jameis Winston era.
Oh, no.
30 for 30. I didn't get that reference, but yeah.
That's what I think of.
Gerald McCoy.
We answered that question with the pewter jerseys. Good evening, gentlemen, says Christopher. Let's go out to Mike D. Roche. Are the Bucs above 500 at Ray J all time? That's a great somebody. We need some. Are they not? Okay.
No.
All right. Years between 03 and 18 before we even started.
We got a baseball question here from Olin. And I believe he's watching on I Love St. Pete, so appreciate that, guys. Question: reason Aaron Boone did not choose Caminero for the swing off.
Ooh.
Ray, you want to take that one?
It almost feels like. Well, and why didn't the big dumper get selected for the AL side? And because he won the home run derby and Caminero finished second, and I was wondering the same thing. Why Aranda? But then if you look at Aranda as far as the statistics for a first baseman with home runs in 2025 on that team, if that's what you're going by, who's been in, who hasn't? But let's let this guy have the next shot. Jonathan belongs in that argument. But I also questioned why was it Aranda doing it in swing off? So he ended up still doing pretty well. Came up a little short.
Yeah, it came up a little bit short. It was an entertaining game last night, although the ratings did not reflect that once again.
That sucks.
Yes, it does. So Major League Baseball has to do some work there. Louis looks like a Ricky Vaughn, Major League. Ha, ha, ha. That's what I'm saying. Like Ricky Vaughn right there.
I don't look like Ricky Vaughn.
Ricky Vaughn right there.
You need to get you.
We
with the shirt, right?
We wear T-shirts and caps here.
I am.
Lou, do you have glasses?
No.
You have some glasses. You could be Charlie Sheen, my friend. You could be Ricky Vaughn.
I got you.
Thanks. No,
hey, everyone. I'm Shadow. Shadow is here. Jeremy, thanks a lot there, I believe, from South Dakota. What's up, Tampa Bay Ray, says Blackie. What's up, Pewter Blake? I love that. Absolutely love that. Abraham says, hey, guys. Hey, what's up with you?
Yeah.
Christopher Cole, I got to get my LVD white throwback jersey. Good stuff there. Jim already called in. What's
Damn
good?
it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with
You
you?
know I'm right, by the way. He called in the other night. First time he's called this show after following, I don't know, the last 5 years. I like the red numbers. Reminds me of the times when I first went to the games. Okay, very cool. Good stuff there. Mike D. Roche, I should have bought the shirt Ray was at with the Buccaneer store. Mike again. Louis, are you really a Bucs fan? Never diss the Creamsicle. Says
I can say what I want. I live in America.
I live in America. Living in America.
Different
I believe
times,
they
man.
wear the white ones twice this year. Be done with them until they redo them again next season. So the white ones. So again, the questions are out there. Would you like to see the Bucs do away with the Creamsicle, go with the white and Creamsicle numbers and a black jersey? 727-255-0391. Yes.
I look again.
And somebody says
It's my
somebody has an
opinion.
opinion here. I know, and you're more than entitled to it, but you got to answer for it here from the webheads. They're going to give it to you.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
all
fine.
right.
Bring it on, hey baby. Bring it on, baby.
You
Bring
know
it
I'm
on.
right. He says, "Bring it on."
Bring it on.
What do you hear?
What do you hear? What do you say?
You're out of your mind if you think the ketchup is better than the gray pewter. I agree with you on that. They should do a combination of Bucko Bruce and the skull and flag together on the same helmet.
The ketchup was terrible. That was the ketchup was
Ketchup and mustard game. Who could
Well,
forget
that was the irony. But Peter, we and Louis, we going into that Thursday night game. We're like, of course, the Bucs were at Rams, and we're like, okay, it's the ketchup mustard game, and we're watching this game. Did anyone else out there not think to themselves, the NFL had to realize that it was gonna be Goulin's mustard versus
It hurt
Heinz
my
ketchup.
eyes. It hurt my eyes that night.
They
I mean,
lost
I
too,
like the
so.
red, but it definitely hurt my eyes. Good evening, fellas. Says the Plunder. Jerseys are incredible. Evans eclipses Rice. Bucks play for the Super Bowl. Let's go, he said.
Hey, you know what? I want to see how confident webheads are, right? So
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody out there. Are you willing to bet $100 right now if you have to put up $100 are the Buccaneers
Yes.
going to go to the Super Bowl?
100% right now. I have $100.
I would definitely put it up.
I almost put $100 on Caminero to win the home run derby. He was going off at 100 plus 100.
Nearly won it too, by the way.
would've
And
been
that's great
a
for the
$100
Raiders.
Are
bet
you
would've
willing
been
to bet a
$1,000.
week's pay on the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl this year?
I get paid a lot more than $100 a week, Louis.
You guys get paid? I get paid in gum at work.
There you go.
Gum
You
and
get
tea,
paid
but
in gum.
yeah.
How about the old vacuum cleaner commercials in the late 70s? Says Tim. The Plunder.
At the stadium, right?
Yep.
Here come the vacuums.
White on white. Let's see. Abraham, stand by. Let me read the rest of these comments. Heidi says, I love the Creamsicle with their numbers. I love black and red. So there you go. There's Heidi
Yeah,
right
you
there.
can do it black
Absolutely.
and red.
No black Bucks jerseys. Christopher Cole, I would wear the white throwbacks against the Lions or the Seahawks. Sun
Thank
Devil Dave right there. I believe, is this his? There it is. What's wrong with the all pewter? I agree with you, Sun Devil Dave. I don't understand. It should have picked Judge and Dumper. Christopher Cole, because the starters were probably gone home. Mike D. Roche, I started my cancer treatment today.
Oh, Mike.
Long journey. Thank you for the support, Peter. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. Keep on fighting, my friend. We're here for you to take your mind off of it. We got you with Bucks news. We got you with Tampa Bay sports news. You just keep on fighting. You got all of our prayers here. You got all of us behind you and in your corner. Keep on fighting. And as always, go Bucks.
Wait up, little boy.
Go Bucks.
Wait up.
Go Bucks. Go Bucks.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucks. All right, Mike D. Roche.
Absolutely. And also for him fighting cancer, that's no easy task. I had a friend of mine who had he was 34 years old. He had his left testicle removed.
Abraham,
because of
stand by.
cancer.
Yeah.
And it's not cool. And like I said, that's terrible. But it's beatable. It's all up here too. Turmeric infused with black ground pepper. It's anti-inflammatory and it helps out big time.
All right. Good stuff there. Again, we're on Instagram Live. We had the great Rock Riley tune in. Appreciate that. We got Benji over there. Benji from Policy Scout. Appreciate you, my friend. He says Buccaneers versus my Titans this upcoming season. Baker versus Cam Ward. I believe that's a preseason game. Is that a regular season game?
Preseason.
Yeah,
week
preseason
one of the preseason.
Yeah, week 1 of the preseason. So you're going to get an opportunity. I don't think you're going to see a lot of Baker. Maybe not even a lot of Cam Ward. We'll see. But he's definitely going to get his reps in. Mike says, Louis, it's a joke. It is a joke. It's okay. We're all joking around here. Everybody has an opinion. But we're all calling each other out.
The problem is, Peter and Ray, you guys caught me after doing a serious boxing session. So
serious boxing session, yes.
Yeah, so I'm like,
ready to knock somebody out.
No, I don't like violence. Violence is bad.
But Louis, it's party above, but tell me it's business below, right? You're sporting. You got
Jesus, Ray.
Let's go knock the shot right there.
Get the hell out of here.
You asking if I'm wearing pants underneath there?
I don't want to know. Hey, I'm not going to judge.
I agree. Listen, Ray, we all know that you would do that if you had the opportunity, which you probably okay, then that's enough. I agree about the digital clock unit, but the pewter went just fine with the red pants and stripes that they match. How does that
wait, pewter jerseys?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I agree.
No, the red jerseys with the
digital
pewter
clock
pants.
units, but the pewter went just fine. Hold on, Abraham. We're gonna get to in a
Look,
moment.
The red jerseys and pewter pants. That's Riddell Anthony. That takes us back to the OGs.
97.
Yeah,
Warwick Dunn, and that's Mike Alstott.
But I've never seen the Bucs have never worn
playoffs.
The Bucs.
You know what?
Pewter on red. That's the.
You know what? Get it. Spit it out, Junior.
What'd you call
Spit it out, Junior.
No, you know what pants that actually were really nice at the Buccaneers won? Yeah, you know what pants that were really nice during the digital alarm clock era? It was the white ones. You know how like they kind of had like that point?
Yeah.
It was red and orange. Those were nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind them bringing those back.
Boom.
Those were really nice. They never really wore them though for some reason, and I found that strange. They were really nice. I think you could. I wouldn't mind seeing them because I know. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I think by the year 2028, the Buccaneers are going to unveil NFC South rivalries uniforms. Did you guys hear about that?
Now that is a cash grab. Now we're getting crazy. Now it's going.
No. They are. They're doing it if you Peter, if you can right now, look it up on your computer. They're actually. I think there's a division out right now. I think it's the NFC West. They're unveiling new uniforms. It's called rivalries, and they're gonna modify the jerseys to like fit rivalries, like I don't know, like key things to fit rivalries against each other's team. No, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm telling you, it's gonna be pretty cool.
All right. So the Marine says, I agree with the digital alarm clock numbers, but how does the scarlet red not go with the pewter pants and stripes that all match, Louis? You know I'm right. I found this channel during the 2022 season, aka Tom Brady's 3rd year here, so we appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like longer. I meant the red jerseys with pewter pants go together. They do. And Christopher Cole says, "Ray, that's what we always say here on this show." All right, Abraham, thank you for patiently waiting. Go ahead, my friend. What's on your mind tonight?
No problem. My pleasure, guys. So let me just clarify something on hello, everybody. Ray, it's been a long time, bud. Nice seeing you again, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the NFL approved a new rule in April that will allow each team to wear an alternate uniform in 4 different games. That's up from 3. So I expect that Seattle game to be a white jersey, because the Falcons are wearing the old red, and that black logo when they play the Bucs on a Thursday night. So
week 15. Yes.
I mean, and I think the NFL wants ratings. They're going to do something for ratings. So I think that's going to happen. And the Bucs want viewership too. So, yep, I think that's going to happen in Seattle against hopefully Seattle wears their throwbacks too from the 76 when they both teams came in the league. So I like the fact that they allowed up to 4 because, I mean, yes, I like the new look, but, you know, you need to bring some of that classic stuff back, which I love. I went to the team store yesterday and today. Yesterday, I went to get me a Creamsicle jacket. Today, I was going to a training camp on the 24th. So taking into consideration how hot it is and humid it is here, I don't want to be drenched in sweat because I got to go to a professional training afterwards somewhere near MacDill Air Force Base. So I got me a white shirt. With a white, the orange, so that T-shirt, so that I don't get drenched in the sweat, you know, because it reflects the heat. but you know, Ray, I missed you, man. I don't know when you were there in the team store, but I saw a lot. I think I saw Batman Wood. You know, I didn't recognize him because you know it's been a long time, but I thought I saw him. I saw people. It was like a lot of people there. Yes, even today there was a lot of people shopping in the team store. So I like that.
Can we all just say, watching the Bucs, covering the Bucs, being fans of the Bucs for a long time, that Bucs media, Bucs, when they do social media, they know what they're doing. So let's give them because when you watch that broadcast of them unveiling the white creamsicle, road jerseys, if you didn't get goosebumps, for me, I'm having a terrible day at Policy Scout. Oh, by the way, it's a Tuesday and I'm having a terrible day. Water's wet and taxes are there, and you're bound to die when it is.
You're a sponsor, Peter. Shut up.
But listen, when you watch that
Peter,
video,
why don't you just do OnlyFans?
Policy Scout. Hey, Louis, how about this? You do this.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Hey, Louis, how about you do this?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Hey, Louis, how about you do this? Hey, Louis, how about you do this?
F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
By the way,
I wish I could. Believe me, I wish I could.
Listen, you watch that video, and that gives you just goosebumps. For the
Can I go ahead and make a point of
well, hold on now. I want to make this point.
Are
So
you
you
done?
got
Are you
Bucky
gonna
Irving.
flirt with Louis?
No. I'm not flirting with anybody, idiot.
Okay.
That's what you are right there. That's what you get, and this is what you get.
Shut up!
And this is what you also get.
That's good enough to suck right there.
All right, now let me go ahead and make my point here. Bucky Irving, Abraham, I know you're still on the line there. You have Mike Alstott. That's a great transition. You've got Derek Brooks and Mike Evans there. You've got Richard Batman Wood from the 70s, the great Bucs defenses with Levante David. You got Steve Spurrier. You've got Tony Dungy and Todd Bowles together. Well done. Rondé Barber and Baker Mayfield. Bucs media.
Simeon Rice, Yaya Diaby.
It's just that is how you do social media, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then give me goosebumps. I know it gave a lot of Bucs fans goosebumps. And if you weren't inspired and ready for the season, which, by the way, was 8 weeks away, then you got to check your pulse at this point, or you're probably not a football fan. You're just a communist or something like that. I don't know what you are.
That's not nice.
Well, so what? I'm not nice. How about this? This is not nice either. This is not nice. All right.
I was say though, Abraham pointed out there that they give the 3 extra flex games for a uniform, and remember, it's the home team's decision as to what uniform you're going to. Or no, wait, Abraham, is it the away teams? The away team decides what? No, the home team decides what they're going to wear. The away team acts accordingly. And I'm glad to say that, like, just 3 or 4, 5, 6 years ago, it was like the NFL, the no fun league. They're not going to allow the celebrations, but yet now they're starting to kind of get a little flexed with the uniforms and the helmets, and NFL fans were eating it up.
Yeah, I like it. It's 4 games, great. I love the current ones, but we need to bring some of that tradition back. And I like the fact they brought the white ones back. Hopefully, it's going to be the classic game against the Seahawks. Let's see. We'll wait and see. I think that's going to be the game because the NFL wants viewership and ratings. So,
Abraham, would you be opposed to a black jersey with the pewter hats and the pewter pants for primetime games only?
I wouldn't mind it. Just like they brought the pewter jerseys. I'll be opposed to it. I'm opposed. I'm not opposed to anything, man.
You like the
how about the black jersey with pewter with red numbers and a pewter outline on the number?
I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to anything. It's just I like the pewter.
You know what I got to do? I just got to make it. I got to make the jersey.
But I'm not opposed to some new color because I remember they had a color rush uniform one year. I think when they had these boring alarm clock uniforms from Jameis era, but that was a nice color, but it just was a bad era, the alarm clock era.
No, you know what it was?
I was gonna say, just do me a favor. You can mess with the colors all you want. The color palette, Louis, I give you carte blanche with that, but just don't make them wear the pants that the Lions seem to wear, where they're so darn tight. They look like they're trying to make them like they're their little brother's pants, and it doesn't. I get it. It makes you look faster, but at the end of the day, I remember when I played football.
It's Nike. Nike's doing all this stuff. They're trying to reinvent the wheel and all that stuff. That's the thing with Nike. They always try to reinvent the wheel. And I noticed, too, the Chargers, they just did a uniform unveiling. It's the same thing.
The yellow today?
Yeah, it's like
they're doing all yellow.
It's what Nike does. It's what they did with the jerseys before with the alarm clock. It was just ugly, and it's just it's
whoever did that should have been fired.
Should have been fired. Yes, agreed.
I'm
Right.
sorry.
Abraham.
It was,
let's get some answers
can't use
here.
the word
So
on live.
questions. Don't use the word. But the question for the night is: do you want to see the Bucs do away with the creamsicle and just go with the white and creamsicle numbers, and you want to see the black jersey for prime time? Now, stop being diplomatic about this, Abraham. You're not a politician
I like
here. Now, come on.
I like the creamsicle. I don't do away with the creamsicle.
All right, so that's one for the creamsicle.
Life.
All right.
So the variety of spice. I like all the colors. Okay,
black jersey.
I don't mind if you do it for a change. I don't know if I want it this year, because this year is the 50th year and we want to bring some of that classics back.
Yeah.
But maybe in future years you can consider black. But this year, this is a year we're celebrating 50 years of Bucs football, and that was years of futility between two different Super Bowls. So let me be honest with you, and we're just lucky that we're in a prosperity era with all these divisions, and there's a lot of probably new fans that are taking all this success for granted because they've been through those hard times, the long diehard fans that have been going through. So let's keep the tradition this year. It's 50th year, man.
So don't do away with the creamsicle. What about the black jersey for prime time? You like that? Yes or no?
Yeah, I like that idea. It's
one more for the bad guy for Louis right there. There you go, bad guy.
I think he's saying
he's
saying he's not opposed to it, but he's not encouraged to want to do it.
You got to give me a yes or a no here. It's not encouraged.
Let me be honest with you. I don't want it this year, okay? I don't want to introduce this
year.
This year.
No, you can't do it this year. I would love to see it. I'll tell you what, if the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl this year, obviously, you guys know what that means. That's going to bring in more. It means more prime time. It's going to mean next season is going to be more prime time games. That's to me, in my opinion, that's when you unveil.
If they do a boat parade, I'm going. Whether I like,
I'll tell you guys what. The Bucs win a Super Bowl. If the Bucs win a Super Bowl in 2025, next year, Baker Mayfield will be in the top 3 as far as paid quarterbacks in the National Football League. That you could take to the bank.
Probably could. All right, Abraham.
Let me add one more thing, Peter, if you let me go.
Yes.
I like that pairing of Rondra, Barber, and Baker, even though they're different positions. I just think I see a different fire in Baker's eye. I see he's very serious. He's really focused, and I laser focused.
Yep.
And a lot of Tom Brady brings back vibes of Tom Brady and the way he was so laser focused the Super Bowl year and the year after. So I see good things coming this year. I see less turnovers and less interceptions and more better execution as far as he'll be a better decision maker this year. So that's all I got to say.
All right, man. Abraham, appreciate the call. Use that second call if you want to, my friend. All right.
Not a problem.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
Good stuff, man. We'll give him the Ric Flair.
Woo!
Here we go. We'll give Ray this.
Freaking idiot.
That's what you get,
Ray.
Ray.
Hey, Ray, I got a question for you, Ray.
Good,
yes.
So this is another thing that I've been pushing for because we're now entering we're already here, but we're in the very beginning.
Let's hold that thought.
You're taking my mojo.
We got to go back. Well, I'm sorry, Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Let's go out to Tim there. Tim, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Louis from the Frozen Pirate podcast. And, of course, your favorite buddy right here, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray, best of the Bay himself, back on the Evolution. Yes.
What's up, Louis? What's up, TB, Ray?
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
All right. Just chilling out here.
Well, you like the white creamsicle, by the way? You like that?
Yes. I like, I don't care, whatever form of creamsicle. Twice a year, I really like doing that, take it back to the old days.
Okay.
Whatever version of white shirt or the creamsicle, I don't care.
We
gotta win these.
Just
games,
win games. Just win games on the creamsicle. So let me ask you, would you do away with the creamsicle and go with the white and creamsicle numbers, the road whites over the creamsicle? And would you do a black jersey for primetime games? Louis' idea here. What would you do with that?
I'm fine with the creamsicle jersey.
Okay.
As far as the black one goes, I kind of like to see it, man. If Louis does work that up, he should show it.
You guys, you know what? Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you guys want me to work. If you guys want me to mock something up, you know what? Hopefully,
right now.
No, and then I can't do it right now, Peter. Come on, that's going to take a little while. But I'm telling you right now, hey, if you guys really want it, I'll mock something up.
Okay.
Give me a thumbs up in the comment section, and hopefully you guys can tag it, and maybe it can make its way to the right people, and maybe they might do something.
I'll give you the ultimate scenario would be to mock that draft, to mock that uniform up, Louis, that black pirate, just as nasty and as so anti-Disney Pirates of the Caribbean as you could be, and it'd be going out to Las Vegas to play the Raiders on a Thursday night football.
That'd
and
be cool.
Finally, once and for all, the Buccaneers of Tampa Bay can show the Raiders of Las Vegas. What is that all about? Who the best pirate is in this National Football League. But yeah, I could take that too.
All right. Love it. Good stuff there. All right. What else, Tim?
Well, real quick on the Rays, man. I'd like to see the Rays go back to the Dome for, until the new stadium gets built next year if they can.
I think that's certainly possible. I know there is a lot of talk. I mean, what was your thoughts on the, in principle, Stu Sternberg selling the team finally to the Zalupski group there, Patrick Zalupski?
It's perfect. Stu's going to go down as being the equivalent to Hugh Culverhouse.
Well, he will.
Real quickly, if you guys check your Instagram direct message from me, I just gave you
you produce.
Do not share that. That's just a mock-up.
Look at that, bro.
Ray, if you want, check yours.
Whoa, who is she? I'm kidding. I get you. Anyway, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see it. I just got it. Yes,
I just wrote Ray too, by the way. So I wrote him a great message there that he could take with him and use for his his destiny or his journey on his way.
Who?
I wrote you a message there.
Me?
Did you watch? Did you look at it? Yeah. Did you look at it?
I can't. I have my glasses.
Oh man, you're so old. All right, let's go on. Tim, anything else, my friend?
I don't think so. I think that's about it. I just want to put my 2 cents in. And also, man, we got to start winning these primetime games too. I don't care if we wear pink.
I agree. I agree.
Thank you. And it starts by getting a black uniform, in my opinion.
It's just ridiculous and it's embarrassing. They've got to stop it.
Tim, I'm sorry. I was going to say, as much as I've always been I was so tired of hearing people for the last 3 years tell me that Todd Bowles was on a hot seat that he's still not anywhere near right now, unless somehow he loses the locker room. I mean, I don't see that happening. I think you're right, Tim, that one of the things we need to see as far as the evolution of Todd Bowles or the next step is for him to come in on like a primetime game, do the pregame thing. He's talking to the right people. His arms are crossed. He's into the game, and the Bucs win that game. Because that's probably one of the only things you can question about a Todd Bowles team is that in primetime, they don't show up.
Yeah. We got to get that fixed. It's got to be fixed.
All right. Good stuff, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Good stuff. All right. We're going to go out to Leo.
Let me ask you the question real quick.
Yes, I see somebody.
Ray, let me ask you this question. So a couple episodes back, I put the question out there. A lot of people had mixed feelings about it. The Buccaneers have this beautiful pirate ship in the stadium. I like the pirate ship, but again, now that we're entering a new era of Buccaneer football, it's time to evolve. I say get that pirate ship out of there. It's very Disney. Let's put a nice blacked out pirate ship, something fierce in the stadium. That louder cannons, a fiercer skull, or you can take the skull off the old one, put it on the new one. And another $1 million idea for the Glazers. You can take the old pirate ship, wheel it out, because they can do it, wheel it out for tailgates, have people rent that thing out during the games for tailgates and all kinds of stuff. People can go on there before the game starts. But I would like to see a bigger and fiercer, blacked out pirate ship. And I think at the beginning of every home game, they should have a Buccaneers legend where it's either Warren Sapp, Mike Allstott, firing off cannons and getting the crowd hyped up.
All right. Let me go out to our guest here who's got another guest on here. So let's see. We go to the fourth shot.
You like that idea?
You go to the fourth shot? Yeah, I like the idea. It's a good idea. But we'll table the.
He's working on his producing. I'll tell you, Louis, that I don't. The argument to do that, and I see where you're coming from with that, is almost the same against the argument as to why to keep it. And the why to keep it is because in its original integration, if you will, it really does work. And unless Disney probably comes up with like a $300 $100 billion movie that succeeds it and the ship looks ultimately different and they want to do a sponsorship deal, if it's not going to be the ship that's currently there in the north end zone at Raymond James, it's probably not going to be any ship moving forward. I don't think you need to carry
there's
that.
no way, there's no reason to change the ship. And maybe you can make some improvements, but it's not broke. Don't fix it.
Black it out, man.
Oh, black this out.
Black it out for the black jersey game. Black it out.
Hey, you could do that black sails or something. I don't know, man. I want to see a little bit of
black.
Lamar loves your idea. We'll get back to the jersey talking moment. In fact, we'll include Mr. Leo Haggerty, and we're expecting also TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Let's go out to you, Mr. Leo Haggerty. Welcome to the Evolution. What do you got going on there, man?
I got a surprise guest for you. Seneca
What's
Wallace
up, man?
joining us tonight.
Seneca Wallace. There you go. Let's go to that one shot right there. What's going on, Seneca? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing great, man. We're talking, NFL jerseys at this point, and the Bucs unveiling what they had there with their jerseys coming out the other day. Your team that you played for, the Seattle Seahawks. Did you get a chance to see that throwback? Because it's their 50th season. Also, what do you think about their throwback? Welcome to the Evolution,
man. Seattle's throwbacks, man. I mean, that's a classic to me. Yeah. That's like the old Houston Oilers throwback. You know what I mean? It's like it's something for me, like growing up being in Sacramento and going to my very first NFL game and seeing Rick Meyer play. That was my first NFL game in San Francisco in the old Seattle Seahawks jersey. So, I got to see Bobby Wagner and those guys. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play in them, but it's pretty dope to see the throwback jerseys coming back.
It is
Peter. I think while we got Seneca on here, we got to ask him about this controversy with the top 10 quarterbacks coming out.
Yes.
I tell you, I saw Baker Mayfield 10, but I also saw that guy in Philadelphia with the Super Bowl in 9. Seneca, what do you think about that?
So Baker is at 10, and then the guy in Philadelphia was
9.
So, but I mean, I think if you go through the list, I'm sure Brock Purdy topped that. Was he in there too?
I think Purdy was 8, but
he was an honorable mention, I think.
Honorable mention, but we know Lamar's in there, Josh Allen's in there. Mahomes, Prescott, Herbert.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's a deep class of these guys who are now kind of taking that whole leap to the next level of, hey, now they're the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Brady's of the world in the National Football League. And so, when you think about that and what a quarterback has to do for his team and their overall success, was Caleb Williams in there in the top 10?
No.
He didn't make it.
No.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
My guy down in Houston was top 10. Had to be.
CJ Stroud, yep.
Yeah,
well, I think he was an honorable mention too, I think.
Honorable mention too, but when you start thinking about the 32 teams and you think about the top 10 list, that list goes fast now. It goes fast.
And it's fluid.
Right.
And it's
Jay
fluid.
Daniels had to be top 10.
Not only that, Seneca, but Seneca made a great point there. We're still only 2 years removed from Tom Brady owned this 17 of 22 years. And
Correct.
The NFL from the quarterback position is still establishing their 1 through 10. So they're obviously going to have some shaky results because I don't think the landscape's clear at all for who your 1 through 10 are.
Well, you know what, guys? I think the craziest thing is going to be the NFC North because you got Caleb Williams, who's got to get better. And you got J.J. McCarthy, who hasn't played it down.
Correct.
I think Minnesota is setting himself up for failure.
They said he looked good, though.
14-3.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, you're going with a guy. You better have a lot of confidence in that guy, right?
Well, they drafted him in the first round for a reason. So obviously he has to. Unfortunately, he didn't lose his position due to injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
He lost. To his play, he lost it because of injury.
Yeah.
So now this is his rookie year. And it actually will be a sophomore. It'd be good for him because he sat behind and got to see what happens in the National Football League. So I think that he might come out and surprise a lot of people, number one. And we do know with Jordan Love, I don't know if he was top 10 or not, but he played lights out, but he probably was
honorable mention too, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I mean, it's that new era of people. You had the Pat Mahomes who kind of took the crown from Tom Brady, has been wearing it for the last couple of years. Now it's that other tier that's going to keep just changing every year. And then we're going to see who's going to actually start to take that away from Pat Mahomes. But there's a lot of young, good talent out there. And most importantly, there's a lot of young, good offensive coordinators who are putting these guys in position so they can be successful.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we're on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with the legend himself, Mr. Leo Haggerty, former Coach Scout and now media member of Night Sports Productions, Amped Up Sports. Of course, former NFL quarterback Seneca Wallace, best of the Bay, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, and of course, Louie from the Frozen Pirate podcast. Louie, go ahead and finish your point because I got my question is before you get in there, Louie, just think about this, Seneca, because there's varying lists here. Some people say Josh Allen is the top quarterback in the National Football League. Some people still say it's Patrick Mahomes. Where do you lie on that at this point? Is it Josh Allen? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Or is it Lamar Jackson? Who is your quarterback? And I'll put this out there. Baker Mayfield, number 10 and some quarterback list, the ESPN quarterback. I think he was like number 9 or something in another quarterback list. How high, Seneca, would you put Baker Mayfield in that top 10? Could he be top 5? Could he be top 3? Look at his numbers from last year, and you look at his numbers overall the last 2 years versus Mahomes. He's actually better.
Let me just say this. I'm going to give Baker Mayfield his flowers. The reason why I'm giving him his flowers is because think about over the last 5 years of what this individual had to go through. And we talked about this on air before. And so for me, I think at 10 is a good position for him to be in, a great position. He was written off a couple years ago. When he got back to Tampa, he resurrected his career, and now he's at least top 10 on some people's lists. And that's phenomenal. You got to think about the Pat Mahomes and the Josh Allens and the Lamar Jacksons. Lamar has earned his stripes. He has been in the talks of MVP for the last 3 years. He's won it twice, I believe, or once. But he's been in talks of, can he make it to the next level and win a Super Bowl? This guy has been doing it over and over again. Josh Allen has been doing it over and over again. So when you start talking about these quarterbacks trying to dethrone someone like Pat Mahomes, I still believe they have to do a little bit more. They have to come out. They have to put in another year of a successful year.
Right.
You got to go out, beat them in the playoffs. You got to win another Super Bowl. And that's not what it's all about. But at the same time, the body of work that's the talk. And I think even with Baker Mayfield and where he's at now, I just think him being at 10, I think that's good for him in a great position for him.
And you know what, guys? The crazy thing is the top 4 quarterbacks are all in the AFC.
Right.
Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, Burrow.
Right.
And I don't think anybody's going to fight with that. You know, you can throw a blanket over all 4 of them. But, Seneca, I got to ask you this question. Baker got pummeled for playing hurt.
Right.
How hard is it for the quarterback? He's got to come out. He's got to be the warrior. He's got to lead everybody. He's got to play hurt, and that hurt Baker because everybody said, "Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible." Well, he's terrible because he's like 70%.
Right.
I was at the game where you got hurt in Green Bay against the Eagles. How hard is it to play hurt the quarterback in the NFL?
It's very difficult because you got to think about the mental aspect of playing in a game as well. You got to deal with the physical, which is a whole nother mental capacity that you have to have in your brain that you got to put that to the side. But then you also have to be the leader of a franchise at the same time and deal with the play calls and deal with the coverages and the fronts and the cadence, the crowd noise, get hit, get back up. So it's such a mental game when you add the extra element of playing through a hurt or an injury or anything like that. We all know people say, are you injured or are you hurt? At the point
there's
of
a
most
difference.
career, right?
There's a difference.
Guys are banged up, they're bruised, you know, but if you're out there and you're playing with a dislocated shoulder or you're dealing with, you know, a slipped rib, that stuff is very difficult. And teams know that because teams are now going to target those areas and try to knock you out the game. And when you have to deal with that mental part of that piece, being a quarterback, knowing you're a sitting duck at times and letting people tee off on you, kudos go out to any quarterback and, quite frankly, any player that has to deal with a significant injury and they go out and they play through it. Because it's hard. It's hard to win games in the National Football League, let alone it's hard to play through any type of significant injury.
Peter,
I'll tell you what, Seneca, I was going to ask you that one of the things that gets me through when we talk about a top 10 list and you got Baker at 10 and you got a, whomever up in the top 10, I always look at it as it's such an it's a scientific, it's an unspecified science as far as if you take Baker's accolades, take away his name, and you just give what he's done in his career, put it up against a Herbert. They're out there in in Los Angeles with the Chargers. There's no way that Baker doesn't come up ahead of him in that top 10. So you're taking a list that's like taking into the tangibles, the age, this, what they do, Harbaugh, and you're trying to come out. At the end of the day, I think if you do it that way, take all the stats away, Baker Mayfield's at least near the top 5.
And you know what, Peter? I know you got TJ in the wings there.
Yes.
So we're going to jump off here, but
are you guys in Dartmouth yet?
Answer that one first.
Well, I think if you, like I said before, putting him at 10, I think says a lot. I mean, he's very resilient. We know that. That's the reason why he's even in the National Football League. He's a guy that wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school, and then obviously had to overcome battling, trying to figure out where he finds his niche in college. But even at the same time, think about where he landed first. He had to go to Cleveland. And
got him in the playoffs.
And
beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
So there's a lot of things that we can sit there and say where Baker Mayfield can land. And we can talk about this all the way until we turn gray and the science behind it. Obviously, yes, he landed in a great position with a great offensive coordinator in Tampa. Now, hopefully, we can double back. He has Mike Evans, has a great receiving core, and has a lot of good skill position players. So if he can double back and do that again, you're going to see him drop a little bit more on that list. He might end up at 6, and we'll have this conversation next year. But 9 other players that are in front of him, I just think over the course of the last few years deserve to be in that position.
You know what, guys? We're going to judge. Hey, Louie, now we're up in Dartmouth. How far is that from you?
15 minutes.
There he is.
Hey, come on over one night.
Come on.
Like I got my nephew. I got my nephew going there. We're gonna be there Saturday. If you guys want some real good food, I know a couple of good spots. I can pick you guys up. And
you gotta do it before Saturday because I leave Saturday.
All right, get out.
Leave Saturday. All right, man. I'll Leo, I got your number now. I'll text you. I'll shoot you a text.
Are you on tomorrow night, Louie?
Yes, I'm on tomorrow night.
I'll see if I can drag my man in tomorrow night too at 7:30, so we can go 7:30 date.
All right,
good.
I'll see if I can jump on with you guys. Seneca Wallace, former NFL quarterback, Leo Haggerty. We appreciate it, Seneca. We got to get more of you. We want to hear this quarterback talk, my friend, all night long, all day long. Doesn't matter, my friend. All right.
Let's do it, man. Especially when the football season starts. I got a lot of good intel and some good information to share, and I'll jump on.
Every week we got you on Wednesday if you want it. All right, my friend?
Take care, guys.
All right, there you go. Let's go out to the media icon right now. And first, before I go to him, I got to say, because, of the Buccaneer Radio Network, happy anniversary, my friend. 30 years ago, we always talk about this on the Sports Web. We're doing a sports talk show on 820 The Team. You were
Tampa Bay Sports Radio Station, just for those who might not be familiar.
Tampa Bay Sports Radio Station doing a March Madness segment. And I called in, I believe, 17 years old, 17-year-old Bucs fan and sports fan, did a March Madness telecast, kind of, hey, what's going on? Oh, this is what's going on, TJ. Okay.
Right. It was a contest.
Right. Contest. Won tickets to a Legends game. The legend that I got at the time, which was a home run derby, because they had a Legends game at Al Lang Stadium, and they had George Foster. Had no idea that George Foster was going to be the guy that would win the home run derby.
Legendary outfielder from the Cincinnati Reds, Big Red Machine. I'm not sure that Louie's even paying attention to us anymore because he's trying to line up dinner with Leo right now at Seneca.
No, I don't even know. I'm multitasking here. I'm multitasking.
The payoff on this is unbelievable. How all this came out. So George Foster, legendary home run hitter with the Cincinnati Reds, and Peter has no idea who that guy is, but they drew you paired with him. That if he hit the most home runs at the Legends game home run derby, you would get to do what?
Go to the Major League Baseball All-Star game, all expense paid, plane ticket, hotel. The first baseball game I ever went to was 30 years ago in Arlington, Texas at the All-Star game. And the reason for that, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I call them the human lottery ticket, because the first boxing match led to this. The first baseball game was TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Welcome to the evolution, my friend.
It's
30 years.
That's longer ago than I want to admit, but it's still a great story. And you give me far too much credit. George Foster's the one that hit the home runs. That's how you got the spot in the All-Star game. Now it's bizarre how it's connected to me, how you got to the game. They drew his name and paired him with you, and then you end up being the winner. And I still send you memes whenever I see something about George Foster. Like, this is your guy.
Right.
This is your guy.
Yeah,
even though you don't know who he is.
I had no idea who he was at the time. I thought George Brett, because George Brett was in this contest. And I was like, the guy who got George Brett is going to win the home run derby contest. And they used to do this at Al Lang Field. And Foster just kept on jacking him out. And I was like,
you're just going crazy. And so you and your late father, and you'd never been to a professional baseball game because the Tampa Bay Rays, Ray Kennedy, Louie, and audience hadn't played yet. They weren't in existence yet.
Right.
Your first ever professional baseball game is the Major League Baseball All-Star game in Arlington, Texas. That's incredible. What a story. And it's incredible if that's 30 years ago. But
30 years ago, 1995, my friend, July.
And TJ, I've said this before because I've been on 5 years ago at 25. Pete told this story, and I said
apparently this story is going to keep coming out at 35.
It has to.
At 40, at 50. Ray would like to confirm he was only 11 years old when that happened 30 years ago.
But as I've said before, so TJ, you're the reason we have for all this. Thank you very much.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing. Are you complimenting me or are you saying this because?
Yeah, well,
I still want to know where Louie and Leo and Seneca Wallace going to go hang in Dartmouth. Where you guys going?
So there's I grew up in a Portuguese household. My mother and father came from Portugal. They came to the country, made a living for themselves. And where I live is a very heavy, well, it used to be. It's still, the soul is still alive here of Portuguese cuisine. I don't know if you guys ever had true, authentic Portuguese food, but where I'm from, Fall River, Massachusetts, there's a lot of Portuguese restaurants, and I'm 15 minutes away from Dartmouth. Well, Dartmouth, Massachusetts, kid. And there's a lot of good restaurants out there. New Bedford is probably another 5 minutes away, and that's like there's a whole shipping fleet over there. I mean, they there's a lot of fishing boats and stuff like that. My father actually started off on a fishing boat when he came here. But like the Portuguese cuisine, I'm gonna treat them guys to some nice, good Portuguese food.
Let's put it this way though. Of the trio, you, Leo, and Seneca Wallace, there's one guy with an NFL player's bank account, and that ain't you, and that ain't Leo. So you gotta, you can show them the good time and where the restaurant is, but when it comes time to settle up, that's got to be Seneca Wallace all the way. I mean, Peter, am I out of bounds?
The most expensive bottle of wine here?
I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying do that. But Peter, am I out of line here that Seneca's got the NFL money?
He's got the NFL money. I mean, it's kind of like Harry when he takes me out and he always complains. Like, you're the professional handicapper extraordinaire. You're getting the wings.
Yeah, but Peter, Louis going to have Louis going to have the Sports Web charge card. And Louis got a buy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got to buy for the talent.
I didn't know that we got a per diem for being on this show here. That we got a food coupon.
That's news to me.
Got your per diem. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ray. Appreciate you as always.
TJ, while we have you on, we were talking about uniforms. All right, and a lot of people seem to think I'm out of line for this.
Well, first and foremost, let me just say this. Hey, Vaughn, we wear T-shirts and caps here. Remember that line, TJ Rives? That's what. This ain't the California penal.
Well, right, in Major League.
Yes.
Listen, I still can't. I can't get over that movie is like 35 years ago, and you just made a reference to it. How are you old enough to even know anything about that movie? I still love Lou as the manager to that whole thing.
Yes.
Where Serrano's hitting all the home runs, he goes, "Where the hell did we get this guy?" And they're like, "Wait a minute. Throw him the curveballs." Throw him the curveballs, and he can't hit any of them.
He goes, "My kind of team, Pepper. My kind of team."
Oh my God, that movie so much. Louis has no idea what we're talking about with Major League.
I know what movie you guys are talking about. I watched that many moons ago.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
I'm gonna have to refresh my memory on it. But I got a question for you, TJ. Okay. I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here's my thing. with the team going in this direction, we're evolving. Is like, it's a different era of Buccaneer football. And I'm happy that they brought out the white on white creamsicle jerseys, but we're having a discussion here. Some people, it's kind of like on the fence. How would you feel if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers unveiled a nice black uniform for primetime games, just primetime games, because it is hot, I get it, a nice black jersey with the same pewter pants that they wear, same pewter helmet with red numbers and a pewter outline? No?
I'm not a fan of black. Look at Ray's got the black cat. I'm not a fan so much of black. Now, they have worn the pewter on pewter in the past. They don't have a great record since they've been putting that uniform combination together going back to the Super Bowl season of 2020. They did win that year in the pewter on pewter. They played the game in Denver and won that, but they haven't had a great record with that. I would be no on the black. I would be. I'm fine with the pewter on pewter. I love I have it over my shoulder. I love the homage to the throwback creamsicle white with the creamsicle orange numbers and lettering. I love that. The Bucco Bruce helmet, but I'm out on the black. I don't know where Peter and Ray came down. I wasn't watching this show earlier tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about the black. I mean, I'm open.
I'm gonna mock it up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna mock something up and I'm gonna put it out there.
He's gonna mock it. He also says the Bucs should do away with the creamsicle and just go.
I like the white on white. I like the white on white. I think that's a classic jersey.
Well, you know why they're doing this for the opener with the Jets? Because of the 1976 season. You know the reason? Did you guys bring this up?
Wait,
already?
Don't TJ, hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
All right.
76 with the Jets.
Well, it's the first
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the Jets. It has to do with the white on the way.
Yeah, it's
1976.
First
Peter,
jersey.
do you know?
Yeah, first jersey they ever wore.
And the only color combination they wore in the regular season. They wore white on white for all 14 games of the 0-14 season.
Oh,
They
wow.
wore the orange jersey one time in the preseason, the orange top on the white pants, but they wore white on white for every game in the 76 season. So that's, part of it was to battle the heat. That was part of it, but go ahead. Yeah.
Well, no, Culverhouse had taken all the television money and only gave Phil Kruger and the team $38 to get uniforms for the entire season. So
to have the orange jerseys.
It's interesting to note, guys, that they were actually exploring to wear green because at the time the Miami Hurricanes were so popular. So they were looking at other color combinations and they were going to go with orange and green. Thank God they didn't do that.
They say no.
Yeah.
Why'd the NFL say no?
I just think I think at the time
probably because they had the Jets and the Packers and a couple of other teams that were already in green.
Well, no, because the Bucs were also including orange, and it was too close to what the Dolphins had going on down there.
With the turquoise.
Right. So when they put it together, like, no, the Dolphins are literally the same thing. And are you trying to infringe on the Dolphins? And maybe the Bucs at that time when they first introduced it were trying to say, hey, we're the new guys in town, love us. But yeah, that was the reason why the NFL actually said no.
I'm interested too from the Seneca Wallace takes there about the Seahawks. Are the Seahawks going to wear their throwbacks when they play the Buccaneers in Week 5? That's good. That's another question. The Bucs will not be apparently in the creamsicle white on white, but the Seahawks might very well be in the royal blue with the silver and the silver helmet for the 50th anniversary for the game against the team that came in at the same time with them, with the Buccaneers.
And he said Rick Meyer, reminded him of Rick Meyer. I mean, a lot of people thought when he was coming out of Notre Dame, he was the next, coming of Joe Montana because he went to Notre Dame. They looked alike, and of course, it didn't necessarily work out like that because some quarterbacks are not Joe Montana. Not many quarterbacks are Joe Montana.
I got one for you. Old Tampa Stadium, 1996. Tony Dungy's first season. Rick Myra is the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks in the royal blue jerseys and the silver pants and the silver helmet. Trent Dilfer is the Buccaneer quarterback in the white jersey with the orange pants at that time in 96. So there's a little throwback nostalgia, Seahawks Buccaneers, because Seattle took Rick Myra before the Bucs took Trent Dilfer in that draft.
Is Galloway with the Seahawks?
He was playing for the Seahawks at that time in the mid 1990s. That is
there
correct.
You go. So midnight, number 1 pick, I believe, top 10 from Ohio State at the time. So
and then later played for John Gruden's Buccaneers.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely. All right. So Tristan Wirfs, he gets hurt. It looks like he could miss. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but more than likely he could miss 3 to 4 games this season. So that's tough news to hear. You've got rankings.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, I mean, he's ranked already by ESPN as the top tackle. And of course, talking to Tristan Wirfs, being the protector of the year, that was something that he got happy about and excited about. And now we'll see what happens, because I still think he's the best left tackle, if not the best offensive tackle overall.
Well, here's what I will say. Obviously, the last thing that they wanted to have happen was him to have a knee procedure where he's now got to miss time in the regular season.
Right.
But obviously, it was so bad when they went in there. And there are a few things in life that make me squeamish. Talking about knee surgery is kind of one of them. So we'll just gloss over the fact that when they went in there, they obviously saw damage and said, we got to fix this right now, because this is trouble if you continue to play on it for your career. So I will take the short-term sacrifice of he can't be there at the very beginning of the season if by the middle of the year we get the Tristan Wirfs that we've seen year in and year out. I'll take that trade-off. Make do until you can get him back and get him fully healthy. That's the big thing. That's the ultimate goal, is be playing your best football, have him healthy late November, December, into January and into the postseason. So if we've got to bite the bullet, take some lumps early on in the year, I mean, I'll throw it around the room. Tampa Bay Ray, Louie, and for the audience, how big of an effect does that have on the Buccaneers? And does it concern you that they maybe lose? I hope not. I want to do 17 winning locker rooms in the regular season, but do they lose a game or maybe a couple of games because they don't have the premier left tackle? I don't know that it would be more than one. What do you guys think?
I think that it's not good for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to lose Tristan Wirfs right now. I mean, because week 1, and I keep saying this is a must-win game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers early on. You have to set the tone. You have to take one from Atlanta right away. You have to establish dominance. And not having Tristan there, arguably probably the best player on the offense, the most important player on the offense, in my opinion, I think you're gonna see Baker scrambling a little bit more than what he has to, because we don't know what this other kid's gonna be doing. I mean, I was reading some statistics about him, but then again, that's a different system, different team.
Right.
You can't really go off by that. But I don't know, man. I had them at 13 wins, and with this, it's a tough first 4 games. A lot of people are thinking that the Jets are just going to be a walkthrough. We thought about that. We thought the same way with the Broncos, but Aaron Glenn is going to do a fantastic job with the Jets. He's no pushover of a coach. And I think that's going to be a tough game too. I don't know, man. I have them right now at like 11 wins right now, because I losing Tristan Wirfs, I'm telling you, it's not good for Baker Mayfield. It's his blind side, so he's going to have to scramble a little bit more. And I don't want to see Baker scramble, because we see Baker scramble. I mean, he's a warrior. I get it. He's a guy that will
come on, Louie, get out of here. Get out of here.
No, I mean, it's important. You can't lose your left tackle,
right.
your blind side.
Tristan
You can't.
Wirfs he's an all-pro. But here's let me give you the Josh on this, is the fact that the big story going into this season now is that Grizzard, our new offensive coordinator, our third in 3 seasons, he was always the third down play caller. And of course, on third down, a quarterback's relying on his left tackle, probably among the specialty. So that's going to be a narrative going into the season. But since you asked, AJ, I still think that there's better of a chance that this is a great November story as to how Grizzard in his first year as OC was still able to use the talent on his team and the depth on his offensive line to do that. But Louie does make a point. I mean, Tristan Wirfs is obviously their most important offensive lineman, bar none.
Yeah, and I said, look, 12-5, and maybe you go down a couple wins there. You got some tough
13-4.
Yeah,
on paper right now, 13-4, in my opinion. But right now, he's the most important player on the offense. He's the most important player for Baker Mayfield, and it affects the running game too. In my opinion.
Here's one more thing to add. Maybe this is optimistic, and again, I would rather err on the side of let him rest it. Let him rest it if you have to, all the way through the first month of the season if you have to make sure that he's fine. But maybe he is a faster healer than what they think. And maybe by the end of August, they're looking at it going, okay, maybe he can play week 3 against the Jets, or maybe he can play week 4 against the Eagles. Now, again, with the physically unable to perform list rules, if they put him on that list, I believe it is 6 weeks. It's not 6 games. He has to be out for 6 weeks if they use him on the roster. And there's another question as to whether they're going to do the same thing with Chris Godwin. Is he healthy enough to where he takes up a roster spot? Would Wirfs take up a roster spot? Would Godwin take up a roster spot when they could put him on that injured list, but then you've got to wait 6 weeks? These are all decisions for Jason Light, Todd Bowles, the front office, and the head coach to be made at the middle of August or the very end of August on what are we going to do with physically unable to perform versus do you put them on the 53-man roster or not? So
TJ, can I ask you a question, though?
Sure.
Because that's been the big question with how the Bucs addressed the draft this year. Did they foresee something with Chris? And now with, when they go in and they do the cleanup and they find out it's a little more serious with Wirfs. If you had to choose right now, even though we're still 2.5 months out, actually, no, we're only 16 days from the first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game, Tristan Wirfs or Chris Godwin, if one of those two players starts the season on the PUP list, at this point, what do you see as the possibility is which one of those two would be the one?
It's probably Godwin if you were making me choose. Mm-hmm. And I don't have that on any authority, but that is a horrific injury from a year ago. And he's already had a serious knee injury as well to deal with. So you want to give him as much time as possible here. And they rewarded him obviously with a 3-year lucrative contract because they're planning on 2026, 2027. What does he still have? So if you're telling me which one would they choose to do, if it was one or the other, it's probably Godwin. They may choose to do that with both of them. I don't know, but stay tuned. Those decisions will be made later on in August on what they're going to do with physically unable to perform. Because again, the distinction is if you are injured coming into the season, if you're injured coming into training camp, then you can be placed onto that list and you essentially get an exemption, but the trade-off is you can't play the first 6 weeks of the season if you're on that list.
Yeah, and I think it makes it difficult for, Josh Grizzard, as you correct me on that, because I was saying Grizzard.
I said it right?
Well, you did say it right. I did.
Okay.
I said it wrong, but you could do things on that left side with Charlie Heck. Maybe you go out there and get a veteran, but you can also put Rashad White. And, just thinking about it now, with Bucky Irving not necessarily being able to pass protect as well as White, maybe you see a little bit more of White at that point on that left side to help out your left tackle, or maybe more 12 personnel, if you will. Right. I mean, help out with the left side, because again, that's the concern with Baker Mayfield. Speaking about Baker Mayfield, the rankings have come out and he's finally getting some love here. But still, you look at some of these rankings, Jared Goff over a Baker Mayfield. Come on, TJ. Justin Herbert, what has he done to earn that ranking? And then you look at Mayfield's numbers the last 2 years. I don't know if you knew this or not, TJ, but he's actually got better numbers than Patrick Mahomes.
You're talking about what? Touchdowns to interceptions, completion percentage? Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
one of those.
Here's my thing. This stuff, you got to have something to talk about, fill up the hours, fill up the days. The Jamoke's got to have something. So we put out a top 10 list. He's not on it. I don't care about that stuff. Let everybody keep talking about Michael Penix and the Falcons and how they're going to win the South. Let everybody talk about how Jared Goff's a better quarterback, or Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback in the NFC, or, on and on down the list of whoever the other NFC quarterbacks are, Dak Prescott, on and on. Let everybody say that it's Sam Darnold in Seattle when they meet in week 5. I don't care about that, because this team has demonstrated the last couple of years, the pundits have gotten it wrong. Let us not forget just 2 short years ago going into the 2023 season.
Say it, brother.
Everywhere it was, they're going to finish last. They're going to win it. They're going to win 3 games. Their salary cap strapped. Baker Mayfield has been passed around like the offering plate at church. Todd Bowles is going to get fired. They win 10 games. They go to the playoffs and win a playoff game. There were all kinds of people that foolishly had the team in last place, and they won 10 games and went to the playoffs. I would rather, on a July Wednesday night here on the Press Box, have everybody talking about all the other quarterbacks. Tell me some more about how Atlanta's going to win this division. If you're the Buccaneers, you're eating that up. You're eating that up. Let everybody else talk about how you're not good enough. You're not the best.
I think Carolina is going to put more of a competition against us than Atlanta.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they're going to be improved.
I like this.
We don't see them. We don't see them until the very end of the year again. Carolina 2 times at the very end of the year again. So who knows? Who knows what you have with that? But again, we can pull the receipts out and watch all the Colin Cowherds and Peter Kings and all the other people talk about, they're going to win 3 games. Stephen A. Smith, they're going to win 3 games. Worst team in the NFL. They're already on the clock. Wrong. So let them keep putting out the top 10 list, Peter. Let them keep putting out the standings and the power rankings and who's going to win the South. That's what I say.
All right, you saw the social media from the Bucs and unveiling the new jersey. Did that give you goosebumps like it did us here? Because we're sitting there, and for me, I was like, okay, maybe Warrick Dunn, but I don't know if Warrick Dunn is. I think Warrick Dunn's a Buccaneer, but I think now he's more of an Atlanta Falcon. But you had Bucky Irving and Mike Alstott. You had Simeon Rice and Yaya Diaby. You had Baker Mayfield and Rondé Barber. You had Derek Brooks and Mike Evans. And Tony Dungy and Todd Bowles. I mean, just some good stuff there, right?
Yeah, the videos that they put out showing all that, and it's neat to go back and relive in the nostalgia. And let us not forget that in Brooks's case, he came into the Buccaneers in '95 under Sam White wearing the orange, wearing the white and the orange. Mike Allstott's first year, 1996, is wearing the orange, the last year of the orange. So you go in the way back and look at those guys. Tony Dungy coached his first season in orange, creamsicle, orange, and white for that year. So it's interesting to go back and relive the nostalgia of this team from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s with the creamsicle stuff. And I love the all-white look. And let's see if they play well in that opening game with the Jets. I hearken back to something I've been saying on a lot of conversations like this recently and this week. You know, Doug Williams and Jimmy Giles did a show with me about 10 years ago. They were putting Jimmy in the Ring of Honor. Jimmy Giles went in first, and then Doug went in after. So Doug was still in the front office of the organization, and we did this show with the two of them together. And Doug said to me on the show, he goes, I don't know what all this talk was about not being able to win in the orange. He goes, Jimmy, we won a lot of football games in 78, 79, 80, 81 with the orange on. He goes, we didn't have a problem winning in the orange. And I said, you know, you're right. And shortly after he left to go to the United States Football League, right off the cliff, and you have 14 straight years of losing seasons after that in the orange before you got your act together. But I understand the point. It's clothes don't make the man necessarily.
But
get the right guys in those uniforms. Yeah,
it was Doug Williams' grandmother who put the curse on his team, and they deserved it. Am I right?
The voodoo. The voodoo of Doug Williams being on. All I know, because this is long before Peter's born. This is long before Louis born. So, Louis, I show up in this town in Tampa Bay, and I'm a teenager, like Peter's talking about, to go to the baseball game. Mm-hmm. And, you know, keep in mind, there's no internet. Sports radio didn't really exist. The late Ted Webb was doing the Sunday night Sports Huddle sports radio show on the old WFLA. Ray Kennedy, am I speaking the language? You remember 100%. The old Sports Huddle with Ted Webb? That was your sports radio show.
Yes, sir.
Tom McEwen and Hubert Mizell were writing the newspaper columns about this stuff. All right, I show up, and the Buccaneers under John McKay with the throwing Samoan Jack Thompson.
That hurts.
1983 preseason. Ray, do you remember? Fans, do you remember this? They won all 4 games. And all the talk on Ted Webb's radio show, all the talk in the newspaper, Tom McEwen's writing about it, is maybe this team doesn't miss Doug Williams. Maybe this is going to be a great season. Maybe you don't need him after all. You've won all these preseason games. Promptly came out and lost the first 9. Lost the first 9 games, 0-9, 1983, when the games mattered. The throwing Samoan threw to the other team more so than he did the Buccaneers. They pounded James Wilder. They butchered the defense. And the Bucs never recovered, going 2-14 without Doug Williams. And then he succeeded, obviously, to an extent in the USFL and then ended up winning a Super Bowl with the Redskins. But, Ray, I'm just taking the trip down memory lane when we're talking about the creamsicle uniforms.
Yes.
That all the talk in this town was Jack Thompson and Kevin House and all those Buccaneers. Leroy was still playing in that 83 season, and they don't need Doug Williams because they won all those preseason games. 0-9 to start the year, kids.
DJ, tell these young Bucs fans the truth, because the truth is the only thing Bucs fans had to look forward to was the preseason, because we knew one thing: the Bucs were going to play really tough with what we had, and you were going to see your starters. The reason why Joe Robbie stops the Bucs Dolphins preseason game every year, because the Bucs literally went out and injured Bob Greasy before the 74 season, and he was pissed off that the Bucs tried so hard in the preseason. He took the game off the slate for a decade. It took a decade to get that game back, and you remember that, though, don't you?
Well, so again, we're going in the way back, but this was the futility that started in 1983, and it lasted for 14 seasons. So I understand some of the argument that you don't want to wear those uniforms anymore, but I kind of like it as the nostalgic throwback, and they are going to put the orange on for the Thursday night home game in December with the Falcons, and the Falcons announced they're going to wear the throwbacks. They're going to wear the red helmet and the black jerseys. I don't think they'll be in the black jerseys. They'll wear the red helmet with the white jerseys and the silver pants against the Buccaneers. They'll have the red helmet with the black jerseys. Louis, you were talking about the black, the old Falcon color combo. They wore the black some of the time, like in the 60s and 70s. Then they went to the red with the red helmet and the gray pants. Yeah. So Atlanta's going to do the throwback, I think, 3 times this year, including the Thursday night game with the Buccaneers at home.
Didn't the Buccaneers have a black uniform jersey concept? They sold one. I'm telling you.
Maybe they sold it in terms of marketing, but they've never floated a black jersey to wear it. And you touched on the first reason why it's so hot for the first 2 months of the season. You would never put the black on.
It was Walmart.
Yeah, it was Walmart.
I think good though.
But listen, you have the Rays hat on. What did you think?
I do on purpose.
Yes, I love that, because we talked about it, and I was partying and ding dong, the witch is dead, because Stu Sternberg has agreed to principle to sell the Tampa Bay Rays. Hallelujah. And then on top of that, Rob Manfred comes out today and says, oh, no, you're not going to Atlanta or Miami to play your postseason games. You're going to get a Tampa Bay fan is going to get a chance to watch this team in the postseason. So your general thoughts on finally Stu selling the team and seeing postseason baseball in Tampa. How about that, TJ Rives?
Well, so I'm greatly encouraged as this continues to move along that it's going to get finalized, and we don't have to go over everything with the whole soap opera. I've been over that a few times on interviews. You've talked about it. I've been on your show. We've talked about it. But hallelujah is the right word, and let's move forward. Everybody makes out in this. Stu gets a boatload of money. It's not the $6 billion that Daniel Snyder got to walk away from the Washington Commanders, but it's $1.7 billion. What's a few hundred million among friends? So he's winning. The city of St. Petersburg is ultimately winning, because that whole stadium thing and what they were giving away to Sternberg in the real estate, and I don't know how that's all going to get hashed out in the end, but this is going to end up saving Pinellas County and the city of St. Petersburg hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that they were just giving away. Here, take it. So they're winning. But most of all, the Rays, the players, and the fans are winning, because the games are going to finally be in Tampa, where there's a much larger fan base that can go and support them. It's only taken 4 decades to get here, but we're going to finally apparently get here, not next season, not the season after, but maybe in a couple of years, maybe 2028, probably 2029, you're going to see a new stadium in Tampa. From all the indications, that's what's going to happen. So everybody makes out in this instance, and the most important thing is the team has deserved this. The team has deserved to be able to have a competitive payroll. The fans have deserved that. When we're talking about at the end of the year and everybody's making moves and this team sits on their hands and repeatedly doesn't make moves, I'll be fascinated in the next couple of weeks because apparently the new ownership group is at least having input on, yes, we would accept payroll. I mean, could you imagine if this team pulled the trigger on a Ronald Acuna trade with the Atlanta Braves? He apparently can be had. It will take a war chest of players, prospects, whatever. But could you imagine if you made that deal and added that payroll? And obviously the new ownership group would have to be consulted if it's a long-term contract that they're taking on. So stay tuned. This could get real interesting in a couple of weeks. Maybe, again, they won't do anything. Maybe we will look back on 2025 in a few years and say, what did it really matter with how you finished that season? The most important thing is you got new life, new blood, new owners, and you're going to get the new stadium built. There you go.
There you go. Absolutely. On that note, I just think we just ended off on that unless you got another story, another Bucs story.
I don't think I have anything else for you on a Wednesday night after we were reminiscing about all of that. You topped it, right? You were the leadoff batter. You were like Ricky Henderson hitting a leadoff home run. Speaking of home runs, with the story being 30 years ago.
Yes.
I remember you keep telling me that it was so hot that night because that was the outdoor stadium. They now have the retractable roof stadium, Globe Life Field, right next to it. Yep. But that was the old ballpark in Arlington. And it was hot that night, right?
It was 110 degrees, and they had a heat warning like all week long.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It was a different type of heat than Florida.
Yeah, it's drier in Texas. It's not as humid. Right?
Yes. And I got to say this, going back to the Bucs with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, he wants orange on orange. Now, there is a history lesson on this also, that and the great Paul Stewart told this story that Sam Weish wanted to do an orange on orange, and the players nearly they had
Hardy Nickerson, Paul
yeah.
Gruber. There were 2 or 3 of the veterans that said, we are not doing the orange on orange. In his waning days as the coach in 1995, the late Sam Weish wanted to do that just as a gimmick thing. And the veterans disapproved and said, we're not wearing that. So,
and I want to throw this memory back there because you talk about the heat there in Arlington. We always wondered why Nolan Ryan was always sweating so much during all those no-hitters. It was hot there in Arlington. So every time you tell that story,
it's
Peter,
hot as blazes.
Yes, there's land.
Hey, I was a kid. While we digress for just a second, I was a kid and my father was in church ministry, and we moved to Texas. We moved to Texas so that he could attend the Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, which is based in Dallas, Texas. And so we would go to Texas Ranger games when I was like a second or third grader in the late 70s. We're talking about the real dark ages. Yes. But you would be in that stadium regularly, Peter, in May and June and July. We would go there, and you're just sweating to death. Old school, go get your paper cup of Pepsi or whatever in the 1970s from the concession stand. Go get a cup of water. It was crazy. I vividly remember how hot it was, and they always played at night. The Rangers in the summertime would never play day games. Exactly. Because it was scorching hot. They would always play at night, even on weekends, not Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, always at night. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, TJ? I'm going to ask Peter. Louis, I'm pretty sure the answer is no from you because you probably haven't made one. I know you've made a game at Steinbrenner Field. Has there not been a part of you, at least at 1 second, TJ, that went, maybe outdoor baseball could work in Florida? Because it's been a pretty good season so far over there. But at the end of the day, those day games, those seasons.
The day games are going to be brutal coming up if they have to play them, and they don't have too many, I don't think, that are scheduled coming up here. But they're going to have a retractable roof because of the rain. Yeah. They got a real break here in June and July in that they did not have a single rain out. They had a couple of rain delays at a couple of different games, but they didn't lose one game where you had to have a makeup or a doubleheader in the first half of the baseball season. And I believe they've already played beyond the 41, right, of the 82 at home, or the 81 that you play at home. I think they played like 47 games.
Yeah.
So to have played 47 home games and not had a rain out, that's a bonus with the Tampa weather, as we know. And get ready, it might happen coming up here this weekend or next week. although they play right away these 2 series right off the bat. And I think I saw on the extended forecast, what do these guys know 24 hours out? 24 hours out, they don't get it right. And now they're telling us what it's going to do on Monday. But the extended forecast allegedly is not bad for rain for this series this weekend with Baltimore, I believe that they're playing.
Well, TJ, I was going to ask.
And then is it the Tigers again, or who is it early next week? Whoever it is.
Yeah,
they're not going to have a rainout concern, apparently.
Well, I was going to ask you, TJ, this first series against the Orioles, a 5th place team in the AL East, how important it is for these.
You got to win them. You got to win all of those because you fell off. Right? You fell off the. You're like boxing, Peter. We got to get together. We got boxing this weekend. The count right now is at 8. We're on the canvas, Ray. Louis, the count is at 8. We don't want the count to get 9 on the season, much less. You know what comes next? 10. And you're out. Let's see them get up off the canvas this weekend against the Orioles.
By the way, you went out there and covered the Jake Paul fights. We haven't gotten a chance to talk about that. And then what did you think about our old friend there, Amanda Serrano, which, by the way, here's another story. We go out there. A lot of people go, well, why did you guys get a chance to go to the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley fight? We covered that live fight. You're sitting there holding the camera and saying, here you go. Here's Amanda Serrano. Go ahead. Go do the interview. I do the interview there. It's great stuff.
You didn't really know who she was, but you found out later she's a really big deal in women's boxing.
Right.
And she's now headlined for Jake Paul's promotion a couple of times, including for this fight. I mean, they had an all-ladies championship boxing fight card at Madison Square Garden that's basically sold out. Madison Square Garden, New York, had nearly a $3 million gate for the ticket money on that. And Amanda Serrano is a big reason why. And Peter Blake on his page was interviewing Amanda Serrano back you were a trendsetter back like 3.5, 4 years ago. That happened. So we got some boxing this weekend, Peter. Yes. I'll get with you on that.
Yes.
Always love the fights. Louis, good to be with you. Tampa Bay Ray, good to be with you. Talking Buccaneer uniforms, Rays, and whatever else we have going.
That's it.
Rowdy.
That's
Boys,
it.
be well. I'm out of stories for tonight.
Yes.
You guys be well. We'll see you
later.
All
right. There you go. TJ Rives, the media icon himself of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Thanks a lot for joining me here on The Evolution, my friend. He's out of there. All right. So let's go to let's see. What was it? There we go. There it is right there.
In the middle.
The 3 shot. Okay. Well, all right. So you got great stories there. We had so now we got phone calls. I know people want to talk Rays. Let's go out to one of the favorite web heads, and we'll go back to the comments in just a moment. We're not neglecting you. Lots of comments. I
got some stats for you too, Peter, by the way.
All right. Stand by. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, welcome to the Evolution.
What up, guys?
What's going on, boss? How you doing?
Alex?
Dude, it's really good to hear from TJ about his thoughts on the Rays. Man, I'll tell you guys something about the Rays real quick. The atmosphere with the Rays and Reese fans, and I know a lot of them, people are very, very, very happy, my man.
Well, listen, I want you to hear something. I want every Rays fan to listen to Rob Manfred talk about where the Rays should play in the postseason. And this is what being a commissioner or what being a decisive leader is all about. And the reason why I say that is you don't have ownership and Stu Sternberg coming out and saying these type of things. Here's Rob Manfred talking right before the All-Star game where the Rays should play. Stand by, Alex. Stand by, everybody there here on the Evolution. Here we go.
You know, as the postseason approaches, we get into September, the Tampa Rays, if they get into the postseason, they will be playing at home there in Steinbrenner Field?
Yeah, you know, I talked to Stu Sternberg last week. You know, we're committed to Tampa. And I think one of the ways you show your commitment is to say to the fans there, you know, that's where they played all year. You're going to have your playoff baseball just like every other city in Major League Baseball. It's going to be a little different, but we'll work to make it the best we possibly can. But I think we owe it to Tampa to do that.
Thank you. Boom. Let the truth set you free. Rob Manfred. Because all this nonsensical talk about the Rays playing in Atlanta and Miami and somewhere else besides Steinbrenner Field is complete and total.
But this came out last night.
Well, this came out last night
The
from Rob.
same day that all of a sudden the the group that had the letter of intent, they're going to now have the letter of impulsive intent. We're going to continue, even though it can't get done until September. So I'm asking you, Alex, if the commissioner was talking about how he talked to Stu about keeping the playoffs in Tampa, then who do you think would have leaked to Ken Rosenthal a story about how the Rays are now in more serious consideration to be sold to the Zelensky group?
Well, can I answer this? I'll answer this question for you. Zalewski was sitting with the commissioner. And again, I've told you this before, and I'll say it again. This was Major League Baseball pushing this. And you heard him say, I talked to Stu. Just listen to the way he said that. I talked to Stu. Basically, I own Stu. I own the Rays right now. I pushed this deal. That's the reason why Stu is getting.
So if he's already moved on from Stu Sternberg, then why didn't he just say, I guarantee you that the city of Tampa or Tampa Bay, let's be politically correct, it's not just a city, but
by the way, the
entire
announcer,
it's
not Tampa Rays, it's Tampa Bay Rays.
Tampa Bay Rays. But
I want to answer that. I want to answer that because at the end of the day, we all know Stu Sternberg. At the end of the day, I'm going to put something out there that a lot of putting things in more perspective. There is no signature yet on a dotted line. And until there is, we have to keep Stu somewhat in control because we know Stu.
I'm telling you right now, I am telling you there may not be a signature on the dotted line, but again, all these reports coming out, this is not in Stu's control. This is not in the Rays' control. This deal is theoretically done. The only thing it's not done is saying it and announcing it in September. This deal is done.
And what was Major League Baseball's leverage to make Stu sell the team? They were going to take away that $69 million a year in the luxury tax.
Well,
that's the same tax that the Brewers. Well, the revenue. There's 5 other teams that received that revenue. So their leverage to make Stu sell this team was, we're going to take away this. While the other the other 5 owners who get this are going, wait a minute, what? You're taking this? And at the end of the day, that's supposed to make Stu Sternberg go, I got to sell the team. I'm so worried about you.
No. See, this is what you don't understand. This is not just Rob Manfred and the commissioner. This is other owners that have pushed him to get this deal done. And remember, Manfred works for the owners. The owners are against him. They're against the practices that have been put out there by Sternberg and the way he invests the money in his own product, how he's taken revenue sharing, how he's also screwed his minority investors, losing money on that deal, getting sued for that. And then how he has handled not only the fan base with his stupid comments and stupid commentary throughout the years, but the stadium situations falling apart. 2018, what was the reason? Everybody said, well, it's Hillsborough County. It's the politicians. No, it's Stu Sternberg. And he showed
Daniel Snyder had cheerleaders getting raped on an island 18 years ago, and it took the NFL till 2023 to finally get him out. But they could push Stu Sternberg out because there's some questionable red mark statements in his financial.
Both incidents are very similar in that they're costing money.
Raped.
No, both incidents are Both incidents are the same because owners are losing money. It's costing them money and it's bad PR. That's what it comes down to.
How are the other owners losing money? Because the Rays make it seem like it's possible for any team to have a chance against the $800 million Dodgers or a $900 million Mets or Yankees.
Do you think that the Dodgers, who are spending with Andrew Friedman all that money, they want to see a team that every year is taking?
They don't want to see it. No.
Hold on. But that's the point.
That's the point. Yeah, we should want to see it.
Okay, but no, you don't want to see it. You want to spend more money when you got the opportunity to spend it, especially if you're getting revenue sharing from these big market teams. And then on top of it, how you handle the stadium situation, how he's handled the minority partners, it's enough. He knows it. But the owners know as much as Rob Manfred knows that there's no way there's going to be a deal that's going to be able to be worked out with Hillsborough County because he's burned that bridge. That'd be Stu. And he's burned that bridge with Pinellas County. This is
all I was doing was I was agreeing back with Alex. The point that Alex was saying, there's no signature on a dotted line, and the truth is, no.
You can say that all day long, but this deal is done, guys. This is not
a deal in principle. But let me see that signature.
This is not Stu Sternberg. This is not in the control of the Rays. This is not a Rays deal.
I want to add some.
The MLB is forcing.
MLB forcing this deal from the very get-go. Go ahead, Alex.
Manfred, strong.
Well,
I do want to add some stuff in here, and the reason why I called is there's no doubt I believe that the deal's done. It's done. But I want to add the initial conversation that was brought up when I first called is playing the postseason at the Stein. First of all, it was never going to work nowhere else. Whoever brought that up, the idea of that was complete nonsense.
Stu Sternberg brought it up. That's who brought it up. He explored it.
And
that's the reason why he's a terrible owner in this business. And people go, well, he's just concerned about the money. You know, the Rays, they need to make all that money back because they lost the $15 million. So it's okay.
Why did Stu make that deal? Why did Stu make the playoffs an issue? Because it would drive the cost of his team up, and he could make a little more money on that $1.7 million.
He just wants to make money. That's it. He doesn't care about the fans.
Does he play at the Stein or in a sold-out Atlanta?
Do you think fans are going to go drive to Atlanta
to
watch?
That was never going to work. And I called that 3 weeks ago.
That is the kind of ownership that you guys.
But 3 weeks ago, I said there's no way.
Over again to me throughout the years.
Well, Ben Botham and I were talking about this on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We said there's no way if Major League Baseball approved City of St. Petersburg to pay $15 million to let the Rays play at Stein. There's no way you're going to have 81 home games at Steinbrenner and now tell you got to move to Miami or Atlanta. That's like playing in the bubble of COVID. We covered this. That wasn't going to happen.
That has tried to do this over and over again. This is why Rays fan. He's an ass. He's an idiot.
He's the same guy that wanted you guys to play in Montreal too.
Stop, Louie. Now you're piling on.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey guys, I want to ask some stuff though, real quick. So yeah, there's that. But you guys want to know something that was ultimately a blessing in disguise, and no one's really talking about it? I know this is so sad to say because I know people are still dealing with devastation of
she was 13, Alex. You can't defend that.
Can you believe that Hurricane Milton will ultimately be the saving grace and ultimately be the reason why I believe that the Rays will ultimately be staying in Tampa Bay? That roof coming off that trop ultimately saved the Rays in Tampa Bay. I believe it.
Well, maybe so. But again, I think Stu Sternberg would have found a reason to get out of the deal because
they would be already breaking ground on the new stadium, the pavilion over there.
He wouldn't break anything. He would break.
Let me ask you guys this. Can I ask you guys, Alex? Can I ask you this? You're a businessman, and I'll be polite, Pete. Ken Hagan's been talking about the fact that on the Hillsborough side, they're going to have to find a property. They're going to have to redistribute the tax, whatever the tax district for it. They're going to get the community investment funds to come in for that. But they've already said that it's not going to be a stadium. It's got to be a large entertainment complex. That's per JP Peterson.
I disagree. Now I'm going to stop you there.
But Alex, I'm not asking you about you disagree with that. Why is it when it happens over in Hillsborough County, it's the most forward-thinking thing ever? But when it was happening over here, it was already paid for. It was already set in stone. It was a land grab.
I'm going to answer that question right now.
Go ahead.
2 words because of Stu Sternberg. Now he's gone.
Thank you.
So you're getting
a land grab.
You're getting someone. Listen. I'm going to add something. You're getting someone and multiple people involved in this deal that ultimately have roots and ties into the Tampa Bay area.
Correct.
Ultimately, Stu Sternberg never had any ties. He didn't care about the fan base, didn't care about anything. The dude showed up at the minimum opening day, probably in most cases when he had to. He didn't care about Tampa. Remember this. Stu Sternberg is the guy that used a hurricane, a massive devastation, leverage to back out of a deal because he was too freaking cheap to ultimately pay his dues. He didn't have the money and he didn't have his portion for the stadium deal. End of subject. And he was a damn shame to use a devastating hurricane and this community as a leverage to ultimately either get out of a deal or to get some sort of funding to
Alex, when Stu Sternberg backed out of the deal, when Stu Sternberg backed out, when he had whoever it was, Eric Neander announced that they're no longer in it, where had the Rays already been projected or signed to play the 2025 season?
They do have black jerseys, throwbacks.
Stop, Louis.
They were going
No, I was responding to the comment. Peter put a comment up on there.
They do have black jerseys.
They look nice too, right?
Because I want to answer Alex's question. Now, Stu Sternberg backed out of the deal, but what are we still preaching till to tonight? July 15th, 2025. What have we been preaching for the last, July 16th, for 20 years? That if the team's in Tampa, there's a pot of gold. And that's probably true because
absolutely.
Alex, when the Hurricanes happened, Stu Sternberg was like, wait, we're going to play the entire 2025 season in Tampa? Well, I got to see what that's about. He pulled out of the deal down here. He didn't pull out of the deal down here because it was bad for the city of St. Petersburg or Pinellas County. He pulled out because he had to see if the gold was actually over in Hillsborough County. And I saw the attendance in April. The gold didn't show up immediately.
Well, hold on a minute. There's more population.
We hear from other people he had no money, but those are the same people reporting those deep pockets of Tampa have a deal already done.
Listen. That deal was only good for Stu because he was making money off just the land itself.
That's right.
The new owner's going to make money off the land in Tampa, building an entertainment district with the new taxable districts.
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't care. I live in St. Pete.
East side of the bay, west side of the bay. Same thing.
Well, the difference is there's more of a population in Tampa. That's what people are looking at.
And you're still holding the Rays accountable for attendance that goes back before there was a ring in the outfield and all the new industrialization of condominiums, all the new blow up in St. Pete, which
I don't know what your point is.
My point is that you're still holding the only problem you have.
What's your point, Ray?
This conversation is very testy.
What's your point, Ray? What's the point?
My point is that we're still talking about attendance on this side of the bay being so low, but we're not
talking about attendance. We're not talking about the reason
why it ends up. It's the same. It's a land grab in here on Pinellas as much as the land grab in Hillsborough. Ken Hagen said so.
Okay, well, what Ken Hagen also said is he's talking to Daryl Shaw, and Daryl Shaw said a Tampa Bay Rays stadium could still go on the land that he owns in Ybor City. That's already been reserved as a women's soccer stadium. I think that women's soccer stadium stuff was put out there in June.
That makes sense.
To try to get them to tease them. Your point to this is that I get it. You love St. Pete and you love downtown St. Pete.
Pete. May I finish? Because you made a good point there. My point is that a smaller stadium in Ybor would make sense. For the exact same reason why a smaller stadium on this side in the first place would have made sense is because a 25 to 30,000 seat with expansion stadium appropriates the kind of walk-up crowds you can expect for an 81 season home game for a Tampa Bay Rays team. Florida's already said, we love our team, but just because you're going to be in a more centralized area, the attendance numbers will go up and vary figuratively depending on a team in town. But Florida likes their baseball on TV. A smaller stadium in Ybor would actually work. But if you're going out to the fairgrounds, you got to be talking about something major and huge, and I'm not sure that's the direction you want baseball.
I think maybe they do want that location by the fairgrounds because simply it's right by the casino.
Gambling.
The third, you can also not only that, but you can also get people from Orlando. People can travel out there. I get it.
I hate they want to open up like shopping districts and stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex. Finish.
Let me add one more thing about the stadium, and then I want to ask you a question before I go. At the end of the day, look at the Bucs. Look at the Bolts. The Bolts sell out almost every single home game. Why? Because it's all about one word, and that's location. At the end of the day, St. Pete is surrounded by a body of water. You have to get from bridge to bridge to bridge to ultimately get to a Rays game. And in every other city, for anybody listening out there, people don't realize that Tampa Bay ultimately does not have a good, decent mass transit solution right now. And it doesn't. Yes, they built the new Howard Franklin Bridge, which I think ultimately has worked so far. I think if people can stop getting in accidents, but
it's a new pattern, Alex.
Let me finish. It's all about location. And ultimately, we've been preaching to this for Stu for I think we've been having the stadium talks for 3 decades now?
It seems like it. And it's not just location, it's also ownership. And you got new ownership. You're in Hillsborough County. I get it what Ray's saying. They've had some trouble, but it's it's not been as difficult as it's been with, drawing fans there to St. Pete. Alex, appreciate the call, my friend. Give me a call back. Give me a second call if you want to. All right, good stuff. We've talked about it. But again, this comes back down to, what Major League Baseball wants, what the owners want. They pick this group for a specific purpose. They want to put it in Tampa, in Hillsborough County, whether it's in Ybor, whether it's at the fairgrounds. That's where it's going to be at the end of the day. That's where they want it. That's where the population center is. It may be on Western. Who knows what they've got? But I think it's going to be Ybor because they continue to talk about Daryl Shaw, who was involved in 2018. So just saying how that.
You saw my post. Do you see my post? I put a reel out there that when I went over there to the Raymond James yesterday, over to the team merch store, I went to Busch Gardens. I went out to USF, flew back down around, and I was like, even driving across to Howard Franklin East, I'm seeing this so much development in southern Hillsborough that I never realized how huge of a city it was because every place else we're building up, there are many places this team can get done. I'm happy that it's going to get done. That's the happiest I've been about this whole Zalewski group and everything is the fact that, it makes sense if you want to own a baseball team in Tampa Bay, you can get the team. This would be the place to go. I'm just at the end of the day, I'm like, don't forget though, is that you can't say it was going to be a land grab on the east side or west side, and it's not in Tampa. It's not so much a land grab. It's a place to make a home for your Tampa Bay Rays. But at the end of the day, Hillsborough County and the city of Tampa are going to have to come up huge with tax incentives and the community investment taxes to be able to make it even possibly lucrative for whatever team is going to pay $1.7 billion for the Rays
and
to continue to have success.
And most likely they have a plan, and that's the reason why the group was accepted in the first place. But the land grab thing goes back to Stu. This is about Stu and land grabbing and trying to get the city to pay for
name, different
that.
Right,
but it's a different. It's a different ownership.
You gotta know that it wasn't so much a land grab. You're
completely different. Completely different.
Baseball, but here's the thing: this is something already everybody. Rob Manfred, as he goes to sleep wherever he's at, maybe he's still in Atlanta because he stayed back for a concert. He realizes the only way baseball in Tampa, in Florida, Miami, it's too late for them. They built a stadium and now they're learning. But the only way it works here is to get that type of an investment in a community built around a stadium. That's something we already had figured out here in St. Pete. But that's now what you're hearing from Ken Hagan. You're hearing we're going to get a whole, and I'm not against this. I want the Rays in Tampa Bay, but they're going to have to get a whole district. They want to build around it because that's the way baseball looks in Tampa Bay moving forward.
I'm just ready to turn the page on this and see what happens. Now, Hagan says about Shaw, he recognizes that a ballpark for the Rays would accelerate the overall development much more than a soccer facility. No stuff.
Because how much more development do you want in Ybor City, though? I mean, it's already pretty much built out. I mean,
listen, if you put a baseball stadium there with everything around it in bars, I mean, you're talking about a big time money win, a big time money grab, if you will, for the new ownership and a lot of fans.
It's got to be that way.
Happy. All right, Louis, you've been quiet. Open phone lines if you want to talk about the Rays situation, the Bucs situation with jerseys tonight. We got some questions out there. Do you want to do away with the creamsicle in favor of the white and creamsicle, the road uniforms, and would you like a black jersey? 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Let's go out to these comments here as we've been neglecting these guys, but the Lions game would be an old NFC North game, so that would definitely be a game for the white throwbacks. Mike D. Roche, the Bucs jersey promo was awesome. I also got a tear in my eye. So excited for the upcoming season. I think absolutely they know what they're doing when it comes to their social media with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from just a couple years ago, revealing. All right, Jim was calling in for TJ. Sorry, I didn't take the call. I don't like to take away from TJ, but what's on your mind tonight? What's the rumors?
Hey, Jim, it's TJ.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Jim, go ahead.
You got them all messed up, Ray.
Sorry.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Bro, you calling me TJ?
No, I didn't call you TJ. I said
DJ,
Jim.
bro.
I said Jim. Go ahead. You're on the sports web. Come on.
Yeah, was there any truth to the rumors of getting them defensive players that was on free agency that like Ndamukong Suh and Jason Pierre-Paul that was playing with
Jason Pierre-Paul's looking to go back to the New York Giants. He was talking about that. Ndamukong Suh is retired. He's retired.
He's retired, man. He's podcasting now.
Oh,
Yeah, he's retired. He's been retired. He did a tribute to his father, which is very cool.
Well, talk about this in Ndamukong Suh. If he goes in the Hall of Fame, there's got to be some Bucs.
He's got to be in. He's got to be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, goes to the Lions, has a great career. Well, Pete, he's got to get there first, and that's in light of all the step-on problems, the fact he had attitudes. But the fact that even when he's with the Rams, he has success there. But he comes here to the Bucs, locks it down, comes in and wins a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. If Ndamukong Suh's in the Hall of Fame, there's got to be a picture or something of the Tampa Bay time that he spent.
I think he would favor that, honestly, because that's where he won his Super Bowl. You won it, of course, with that defense, Todd Bowles' defense, and of course,
he had his first kid. He had his kids. Him and his beautiful wife had their twins. So yeah,
who knows? Maybe he goes in as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. A lot of people would see him as a Detroit Lion. He leaves the Lions for the Miami Dolphins in free agency. That doesn't work out, and he comes to the Bucs, and it worked out in aces there. So. But Ndamukong Suh is retired. So to answer your question, JPP's looking.
Wait a minute. He was working out with Vita Bay when he retired.
Well,
they just did a podcast together. It was actually a pretty good one.
Really?
Yeah, he might be working out together, but he's not looking to work out and go and play in the National Football League, Jim.
No, he's making money. He's making that.
You got to stop. You got to stop
that Buffett money now. He can't come back.
Nah, he's not the same player as he was. He's definitely lost some
how
stuff.
touching was that, though, his Instagram post with his retirement and the fact that what his father meant in his entire life, and his father's one of his last lessons he was teaching him was just leave football when it's time. And we've in the narrative with Ndamukong spend with him and Buffett and what they're doing, and just what a great story. In the future I want to continue to see stories on Ndamukong Suh.
This is what he had.
He actually, if you want.
I follow his wife on.
Well, listen, I'm going to read the comment of what he said on his Instagram post, and then Louis, you can tell him the link. He can go in and listen to the podcast. He said he wasn't just a dad; he was my idol, my coach, and my anchor. He taught me what it meant to be a disciplined, focused, and relentless in everything I do. Every snap I took in a football carried his fingerprint. Every time I lined up across from someone, I could hear his voice pushing me, reminding me that I wasn't just representing myself. I was representing him, my family, and my name. Before he passed, he gave me one final piece of advice. It's time to let football go. You've done everything you set out to do. It's time for the next chapter. That conversation stayed with me. So today, 1 year later, I'm honoring that wish. I'm officially retiring from the National Football League.
We've all questioned why was he not on that Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl team last season. It was because he was staying out, waited one entire year, walked away. He did it his way, and I love that.
I mean, he walked away, and he wasn't the same player.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with them Eagles.
He's not coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got Vita Vea. They got some depth on this team. They don't need
Elijah in there. We got Watson. Come on.
Jim. Come on, Jim. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you, Jim? We're not calling you TJ. We're calling you Jim. I know he won his championship here, but the Bucs decided to move on.
He can win another one. He can win another one. Young.
Well, I don't think he has the same. I don't know if he has the same, athletic abilities anymore, right? I don't think he's there anymore.
He come out here and do the same thing, not your quarterback on his butt again.
Players don't play forever, Jim. Father time is undefeated unless it's Tom Brady, and even then, they're not. Yeah, there you go. Father time's not undefeated, my friend.
Hey, Jim, Jim, did you see my reel that I put on Facebook with my day over yesterday over at Raymond James Stadium by any chance?
Not yet. I had to look it up.
There you go. You
look it up. I want to ask you this. Tell me if you don't realize, because I didn't realize I was doing this on the fly as I'm getting Levante Day. Because remember, yesterday the three ex-Bucs that were there were Mike Allstott, Richard Batman Wood, and of course Martin Gramatica.
By the way, why don't you? I gotta ask you a question here, because if I would have been invited to this, I would have had my camera out there. I would at least have my cell phone camera trying to interview people. What are you doing,
Peter?
What are you doing?
I just like.
What are you doing? You could have had your cell phone camera. What are you doing? You say you're part of the Sports Web or Couple Ray. You take your phone out. You interview some questions.
True story though. I'll tell you and Jim. I'll tell you, Jim and Louis, this true story. The moment I walked, I was doing my camera, and Peter, just like you, I saw Rock and I saw Greg Allman over here interviewing Mike Allstott. And I'm like, but I walked in and I saw those colors. Guys, please understand, this is not for dramatic effect, although I'm not guilty of trying sometimes. I walked in and I saw that orange number with the red outline, and it took me right back to 1976 and the very first jersey. My dad had a jersey. It was made of Coleman tent, right? It was made of the hardest, crappiest, but it was Leroy Selman, and it was that. And it was like like I said earlier, Peter, a Ratatouille moment. I suddenly was transported back there, and I had tears in my eyes. And so from right then and there on out, the rest of the time I spent there, other than the shot with Greg Allman and of course Rock Riley, I wanted to take it in as a fan, and it was a great moment. The Bucs,
right.
Pete, you're right. The PR departments, they're batting 1,000.
And I'll tell you right now, if I was out there with the camera, I would have went live. So I didn't know you were going out there.
Buccaneers jersey.
All right, go ahead, Jim. What did we say?
I'm about to order one right now.
Was my first Buccaneer jersey because
okay,
he was out there killing it.
Nice, man. Good stuff.
Who was it? Who was your first jersey?
He said Mike Allstott. Mike Allstott.
Mike Allstott had that orange. Well, this is orange with the red, but it was such a sharp because Mike wore the original, the OG colors, but it wasn't the exact iteration you're seeing now, because we know now that this iteration is the only year it was present was in '76, which is why it's even a little more special and for our 50th season.
There you go. All right, Jim. What else?
I got Vita Vea now, and I got the Vita Vea championship in a Dominican all black and gold.
Black and gold. There you go. By the way, we mentioned a player that was ranked in the top 100, and that would be Vita Vea. 76th best player in the league. Yeah, he was second Buccaneer player to crack the top 100 so far this season, with Levante David being the first, earning the 96th spot on the list. Of course, Tristan Wirfs had this to say. We're talking about Vea. You break the huddle, you see Vita out there. You're like, son of a gun, for being how big he is. Like, somebody that big should not move that fast. Terrifying. You can't let him get his momentum going. You can't let him get going. You can't stop him. He said, and Jameis Winston had this to say.
Our defensive lineman for sure.
Right. This guy comes in, no gloves, no nothing. He's just big in the middle. He's powerful, just dominant, no flash at all. And then Jamal Williams had this to say. Mr. Vea, yeah, got to try. You still got to try and get him out of there, but it's still not an easy task. Another one of these AA gap nightmares that I just dislike. For the split second, you're thinking, like, why am I playing this game? Why am I doing this to myself? Why is my body hurting? That's how it feels being hit by Vita.
You want to hear a Vea? I got a Vea story for you. It was this last season. It was a Philadelphia game. We handled them very mightily. Vita had a big day, and Tristan and I were hanging out where the players walk out into their parking, and we saw that Jason Light had lifted the back of his hatchback and opened the cooler. They were all grabbing, adult beverages, and they were celebrating the win. And I'm looking, and I hear people saying, Vita. I'm looking for him. He was over with his family. They were just throwing carbs at him, and all he was doing is eating foods. Here's Vita Vea after the game. Everyone else is getting a little drink on, and Vita's like, just give me carbs. Because I burned a lot of them out there on the field today with that victory over those Philadelphia Eagles.
Listen, the great memory for me with hanging out with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy for a long time and doing games, out at specific bars, whether it's Ferg's or the Deck, is this guy getting so excited when Vita Vea comes in because he gets to say, what do you say?
Jumbo package.
I mean, he says it so loud. He goes from, what's the artist's name? He goes from Bob Ross to Bob Rock. I mean, just like that. He's so upset, so angry. Jumbo package, here it comes. Bring out the jumbo package. Vita Vea. Vita Vea comes out and he just loses his mind. I thought,
hey, make no mistake. Early this season, especially if Vita or if the Bucs start the season there with Tristan just taking care of what he has to take care of. If they're looking at an extended stay, and I like what they've done, I like the depth on this Bucs offensive line, but look for more. Not so much jumbo packages, large sets from Grizzard as he finds a way to continue to, like you said, Peter, using Rashad to continue to block on passing downs. And Bucky's not as great of a blocker, but he does pick up that block. He did it back at Oregon, so I think we're suited for this. It's just that we're not going. If that's the way it starts the season with Vita,
it might be a slow start with all the adjustments. Jim, we appreciate the call, man. All right. All right, let's go out to the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
Let's go out to Mr. Roger Shue here on with yours truly, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, and, of course, Louie from the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Go, my friend.
Great show as always. I don't know if
you.
you guys have heard this or seen it, but I just saw online that Von Miller is signing with the Commanders.
Yeah, he's signing with the Commanders there. So there you go. The Commanders making big time moves. Once again, they're trying to go for it, and they're going to be one of the teams that. And listen, we were talking to Levante David and Tristan Wirfs about a month and a half ago about the bad taste in their mouth and how they left something out there on the field. So that right there, that's going to be the game that, maybe the Bucs and the Commanders finally meet up. We get a chance to see that rematch from last year. But again, the Commanders are going to go for it, and they're going to do it, and they're going to try to make the moves to not only.
I know the Bears are trying to make a run for him, but that didn't work, obviously.
Well, didn't work, obviously, and he picked the Commanders. Yeah, they're right there.
Well, of all the Bucs games.
There you go.
Of all the Bucs games, we have the Eagles. We're playing the Lions again. We got a pretty hard schedule. Our own division. We kind of wish that those Commanders were on that 2025 slate because it does feel, Peter. We know how the playoffs work and they cyclical. Right? It starts playoffs. How many times did we see the Niners playing the Cowboys through the 90s? But we know that it kind of works that way. We have a feeling that those Commanders will be a team we'll see again in the postseason. Kind of wish we had a shot up in a regular season to either put our mark down or be ready for them in the postseason. So it's one of those exciting narratives to look forward to.
Definitely. All right. What else?
That's it, man. Just a great show.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. Hey, by the way, where's the Greek?
I don't know what the Greek's at. The Greek works, and sometimes we have him on, and sometimes he's not on, and that's okay because the Greekites are still supporting him, like you and everybody else. So he calls in, he tunes in, we get him on. So. All right, Roger. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, man. Great show, guys.
Thank you, man.
Keep up the great work.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Peter, Jeremy, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Jeremy? Questions from the night here because we didn't ask Roger because I didn't bother doing that because I didn't want to get trolled. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Do you do away with the Creamsicle uniform? Do you go with the all whites with Creamsicle? And what about a black jersey?
Oh, yeah, the all white all day. Like I said, I was very impressed and very happy. So happy I went to the team store and I got my 4-year-old daughter, Mike Evans, away Creamsicle jersey. I wanted to get one for me, but I was like, you know what? She looks much cuter than I do. I
there you go. There you go. Dad sacrifice
nice
right
move,
there.
Dad. Nice
That's
move.
good.
Absolutely, try to make a fan of the game. Girls like football too, so for the most part.
Yep.
But the black jerseys, I'll be all for it. The only problem is just so damn hot down here in Tampa.
Yes.
I just don't see them bringing it into a 1:00 game. The NFL doesn't love us in scheduling. They want to give us all 1:00, 4:00 games.
Right.
Even though we have been getting some primetime love, I can't complain. So maybe in a November primetime game, I could see it happening. But we'll see. I'm all for new ideas and what they want to do. I missed all pewter. I thought that was pretty neat.
I do too. I like the pewter. I like the pewter jerseys. I don't care if they match the helmet. I like the pewter.
I'm looking at them right now.
I like the pewter. Like Forrest Gump.
I'm looking at them right now. They're butt booty.
The suck right there.
I like the pewter.
I like the pewter.
Yeah, I saw pewter, and I also another one now. I know the clock numbers.
We suck again.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
No, the clock numbers. I know people are hating on them.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and do this.
Oh no, we suck again. How about you?
The color rush. Come on, man. The color rush was pretty dope.
He likes the
color rush was good.
Color rush, all right.
The color rush.
The color rush. I'm telling you right now. You take that uniform. You take that. Hear me out. You take that
We
color
lost
rush
that
uniform.
game. It was terrible.
You take that color. You take those digital alarm clock numbers out, and you put a better font with that pewter color. It's a sharp looking jersey, in my opinion.
Well,
that
it brightens up, with the lights and all that. But I could agree with you. They could adjust to that and change the clock numbers to the numbers they have now. It just depends. It's up to the ownership, the people that put that all together. So,
do you guys remember the uniforms? The practice uniforms they used to have back in the Gruden era. Did you guys ever see those?
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah, with those number fonts. If they could take those number fonts and put those on the jerseys now, they'd look a lot better. In my opinion.
Remember that. You have to send that to me.
Oh yeah, you have to check that out.
Yeah, those were nice.
The numbers were more pirated. They were like more of a pirate font.
That's what I'm saying. You take that pirate font and you put those on the Color Rush jersey, and you put those on the black jersey that I've been talking about with the pewter color. I'm telling you, I think it would look pretty good. That's
I didn't say it didn't work. I just said I wasn't like in a hurry to get there, but I could, if I was there, as long as we win, they could wear pink.
Right,
For
that's it. You
October,
gotta start
breast cancer awareness. I mean, I'm not.
That's it. You got to start wearing. You got to start winning those primetime games, especially if you want to get respect around national media. So,
I also want to say this. I'm glad that Bozo Stew is out. I'm glad that's finally happening. I've been JP Peterson's been keeping me, all of us updated on the JP Peterson show. Shout out to him.
Yep.
He was way ahead of it.
Shout out to him. Shout out to JP.
F you, F you, and F you. Peace out.
That's JP for sure.
That's definitely JP. All right, go ahead, Jeremy.
No, but anyway, now that he's out, I think we're finally going to have a stadium in Tampa. I don't care where they put it. They can put it wherever they want to put it. It's staying in Tampa. F Orlando. They're not getting the team. I don't care. The hype's over. I don't want to hear it no more.
That's right. That's right, Ray. Heard that? F Orlando. We don't want to hear that anymore. All that hype.
I'm with Orlando. Mickey Mouse operation.
F Orlando. How about this?
Hey, I'm a Disney pass holder, okay? I take my daughter once a month, so let me take that back a little bit. Pump the brakes.
Well, no, Jeremy, we got you covered. We're not gonna. No one at Disney will see this, but between us, I got you.
Louis, what are you doing over there?
I'm just looking some stuff up. Don't they have some tunnels in Disney?
Nipple, is he?
I don't know.
Don't they have some weird tunnels at Disney?
Oh, they got tunnels. My wife and I've been backstage and all underneath. We did professional wedding videography. I did hundreds of Disney weddings. Did a wedding one time for a professional golfer. They actually closed down the entire through the.
What is your name? I told you it doesn't matter what your name is.
Nothing like walking out of an elevator in Epcot and seeing Mickey Mouse with his head off and he's pulling on a rocket.
No.
I'm talking about. I was talking about the other tunnels.
Yeah, let's not go there. Okay, let's not do that.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Let's not go with those tunnels
Louis.
Louis. All right, Louis trying to stir it up. All right, Jeremy, what else?
He did.
Expose the list.
Shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Their schedule came out today. I believe they open up against Ottawa at home. I'm looking forward to
Ottawa.
Tampa Bay Lightning hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting close, man. Football, hockey, it's going to be a fun time this coming season.
And baseball. We had some baseball too. Maybe we had some postseason baseball, according to.
Yeah. Well, maybe we might see a big move. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jeremy, that's the trifecta, right? Because imagine the Lightning announced they start in October, and the Bucs are playing in October, and if the Rays are still playing in October, that's called the Tampa Bay trifecta. I'm down with that. Let's get that going.
It's called Tampa Bay. Yeah, you gotta love that.
Tampa Bay trifecta.
Yes, love that.
Just imagine if they all play at the same time, if that was possible.
Well, that'd be amazing, right?
That's Steinbrenner Field. There's only 15 parking spots, and we're gonna make it work. It's gonna pay for it.
I'm not that far from Steinbrenner. I'll take an Uber over if I have to.
There you go. I know somebody who does Uber, so you can maybe call him.
Wait, and DoorDash?
I do. I just do Uber now. I don't do any DoorDash.
Oh, here's the
trying to get picked up and get fed.
Dude, give Peter that 5-star for real, man.
That's it. 5-star. Give me 5 stars. So it's so funny too, because you're driving sometimes, and like I said, it's just so weird. Like you come across somebody and they're laughing, and I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" And they're like, "I watch you every night. What are you doing here?" I'm like, jeez, okay, you watch the Sports Web. That's great. How come you didn't tell me? Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but right when you tried to introduce yourself, I knew who you were. I'm like,
you're always perplexed when Pete turns around and says, Arkansas Razorbacks are favored by 2 tonight. Who won and why'd you have them? They're like, no wonder this guy knows everything about sports. He's got everything going on over here.
I do, man. And it's just so funny because people are riding in my car and I'm like, what do you think of this? And they're like, what do you think about the Bucs this year? And I'm like, yeah, I think that. Man, you sound like a sports broadcaster. And then here comes the card, right? Driving the Tesla. Here it is right there. Oh my God. I know somebody who watches you. I'm like, what? Okay.
So I got some information here. The Buccaneers are going to be getting some alternate uniforms in 2028.
Okay, what are the alternate uniforms? Are they black?
Black.
So it's
Want
hey,
to
you guys
be
laugh,
black.
but I'm telling you, it might happen.
The suit is
NFL and Nike launch Rivals program with new uniforms, fan gear inspired by communities. So right now it's the AFC East and the NFC West. They're going to be unveiling their uniforms. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC South will be unveiling the rival uniforms in 2028.
There you go. All right, so maybe some black uniforms.
I don't think those. Well, it's if you listened, it said that it's going to be inspired by the community, so it's going to be community based driven. So what that tells me, it's going to be more of lighter colors to the origins of Tampa.
Well, there you go.
So
lighter origin colors.
How'd you feel about an all creamsicle?
No.
Color rush? No. Okay.
No.
Wait,
What did Hardy Nickerson? What did Hardy Nickerson and Paul Gruber say to Sam Weiss?
How about new?
True story, man. Look that up. He tried to go all orange at this point. Yeah, it wasn't good. All right, Jeremy, appreciate the call, my friend. Call back if you want to. Second call, all right?
No worries, man. Y'all fellas have a good night, man. Go Bucs.
You too, man. And I actually did find the black uniform that the Buccaneers were going to wear, but they scrapped it.
Because Sam Walton didn't buy the team.
I love this dude.
Louis, you're the best.
Louis, I want a picture of it, and I want a full explanation, like right before we get off the show here. Let's go out to right here. All right, Sun Devil Dave, welcome to the Evolution. Louis, you're something else tonight, man. You're on one. I love it. I freaking love it.
Hey, great job, guys.
Great job. What do we always say? How do you start off the show, by the way? How do we start off the show here? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for wasting my time, and goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever, exactly. Which is what I was trying to say yesterday. I was thinking about going goodbye forever at this point and walking out. Yes. You too, huh? Yeah.
Hey, you guys are doing great. Amazing show. The creamsicles, the whole deal. Maybe Dominic coming back. I don't know. It's a good show.
Thank you.
Raise. Real quick. There's a couple issues. As you know, Mr. Lee Elia passed away earlier this week.
Yes.
Famous Cubs manager. So, in memory of that.
Let's ride it out. Hey, better probably get a job and find out what it's like to go out there and live.
Yeah, that was poor Lee.
There you go. Lee Elia going off as a Cubs manager at this point before Dennis Green. Yeah.
And congratulations to the new ownership for the Rays.
Yes.
Stu is gone.
Yes, Stu is gone. Stu is gone. That means we can all have a party. Yes.
Hold on.
But not till September. But not till September. Right?
There you go. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. Okay, there you go.
So, Tampa Bay Ray, Louis, you're on the line here.
Yeah, they're here. Louis still trying to explore how to get the black jersey on the Bucs. Every avenue.
Honestly, hey, Louis, here's what we're doing. Here's
I love
propose. I want the all home games are going to be all pewter, and all road games are going to be the white creamsicle.
What do you think about that? So all home games.
I love the all pewter. What's wrong with the all pewter?
All home games would be all pewter.
They don't match. It's not the same color.
He's
don't look good.
He's so determined with this.
No, I'm not determined. It's a fact that they made black jerseys. They just didn't unveil them. They didn't use them. I have it right here.
Well, the problem with the all pewter is that Tom Brady came out wearing that all pewter number 12, and it wasn't by any fault of his own, but the team just laid a goose egg that night. And it's like ever since then, I look at the all pewter, and I'm like, maybe someday, but I don't have a lot of confidence in that pewter on pewter.
All right. What else?
I like the creamsicle though.
Yeah, okay. So all creamsicle jersey.
The white creamsicle.
White creamsicle. So don't do the creamsicle on the orange like Ray said, like Sam Weiss.
White on orange. How about the white with the orange
pants?
Metallic?
There you go.
Yeah, white with the orange pants. Okay, I guess you could do that. You could do something like that, I guess.
That was Sam Weiss. That was actually the first year the Bucs did that. was Sam Weish.
Hold on a sec here. Somebody's calling from Metamorphosis Academy. Stand by, Sun Devil. Stand by here, caller. We're going to finish up with Sun Devil, and we'll go out to you, okay? Is this Lamar?
Yes, sir.
All right, stand by. All right, let me switch out here. Yeah, calling from Metamorphosis Academy. That's
What is that?
Well, it's Lamar.
So-
We got Lamar on the other line here, so stand by. Go ahead. Yeah, Lamar.
You want me to stay on the line?
Yeah, stay on the line. No, go ahead. Continue your point, and then
Real
we'll go
quick,
off.
So,
Yes.
with Tampa Bay Ray on the line, we were talking about getting the whole investment, getting the backing in Hillsborough County. So, if I'm an owner and I just spent $1.7 billion on a team, right?
Sure.
So, what's going to be the quickest way to get that investment back, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray? I mean, what do you feel would be the avenues it would take to say, you know, I just spent $1.7 billion, so I need to get a stadium. I need to get the backing. I need to get marketing.
It's a great question. And I'm going to tell you what, the thing is, because we all figure it's going to appreciate over time. I have not yet met a professional sports team in America that's not over time appreciating. So you're buying that team automatically, even though they're paying 1.7, which is probably about 400 million over what they're actually worth. You're like looking for a return. A quicker return is going to obviously come in the kind of deal you have to get a stadium in place, because the television money, baseball's going through that, right? It's all regional. They have to rely on that television money regionally. They don't got that big NFL where they've got like streaming services fighting yet to have a Thursday or a Black Friday game, but they've got to rely on the type of situation they're going to have.
You say black.
Did I say what?
You say black.
I was just talking about jerseys. You want the folks to wear the black jerseys on Black Friday. But yeah, I mean, obviously the return on investment is going to come in the new stadium. So it's going to be so exciting because as Tampa Bay Rays fans, no matter where the stadium is in Tampa Bay, we're going to get to go to a brand new stadium within 5 years.
There you go. There you go. And maybe they'll wear their black City Connect jerseys there, Lee. I used to call you Louis, because they do have the Black City Connect jerseys for the Rays. I don't know about the Bucs, but you're exactly right. They did create a Bucs black jersey, and they scrapped it.
They made two of them.
All right,
actually.
tell me the story. Give me the story here. Hold on a second.
So they made them after the Super Bowl, the Brady era. That they sold. Actually, I actually seen one at Dick's Sporting Goods up here in Massachusetts. It was a Brady and Gronk jersey. It was black with instead of pewter is black with the red outline with the white letters. I mean the white numbers. And then they back in I want to say the late 90s, like 99, maybe early 2000s, they actually did have the concept. They have the jersey. They sold them. I'm looking right at them, and they just never wore them.
Quick question. So, what about the one like Peter? You know, I have that black Evans. It's the Army jersey.
Yes.
Are those? Is that a separate deal?
That's a separate deal. That's stuff like
I have a black.
I've seen like them do like black and white ones, but this black one actually has white numbers. Hold on, let me take a look.
Yeah, I've seen it before. We've seen it at Walmart. Can you go ahead and?
I saw the one you're talking
no,
about.
it's a Reebok patch. Reebok made them.
Reebok, but that Tom Brady black jersey was actually because he could not get a jiu-jitsu black belt, and he was still trying to win Giselle back, so he figured a black jersey.
Suck right there.
I love it.
No, they made them. Reebok made them.
All right, I want a picture of this. Get a picture up there, really quick, so we can see this.
So
there we go.
I got one more question.
Come on, show. Yes, go ahead, Sun Devil.
Okay, so All-Star game was great. I love the ending, and I want to get your opinion on this. I know that the biggest complaint, well, most of the managers, they don't like these extra inning games when they have to utilize their pitchers, wear them down.
Sure.
Do you think it's crazy to say this, but I really loved it so much where can Manfred think about, you know what, no more extra inning games. Let's do this walk-off home run thing. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. And do you think it'll ever be used, maybe not in the playoffs, but maybe in the regular season, say, you know what, we're just going to go to the walk-off. Get your three batters out. We'll do a home run derby.
Too gimmicky. It's already. Oh, look at that! I've seen that.
Reebok made them. That was an exclusive jersey.
That's my
Reebok made them, and no, it's all over the place. They made them. They're just rare to come by, but the Buccaneers never wore them that year.
Huh?
They made them. So, hey, you know what we do in Portugal? Toma.
What
Give them to the homeless.
Oma.
Oh, they're there.
All
Wait,
right.
Sun Devil Dave, you just asked what did you ask again? Because I had an answer.
Well, I just want to know what you can. I mean, I think
It's
I know
weird
you might. I
looking.
think it's gimmicky. I really love the walk off. I love the whole home run everything. I thought maybe the managers could tell Manfred, "Hey, look, you know what?
weird,
this,
bro.
you know, there's
It's
no
not
reason
weird. It looks good.
on these extra inning
No, it
games.
doesn't.
Gotta,
Bring
you.
home
Sorry,
run
guys, but
And I'll tell you why. As much as I love the 3 home run walk off for the All-Star game, because that victory, even if it's a American League or National League, has the home field advantage for the playoffs. I like that for that game because that win or loss doesn't matter so much to your team. But no, in a regular season, you got to play them till you're done because at the end of the season, a half a game could be the difference between a wild card or not making it or a division. So, yeah, I mean, but it was still I didn't mind it with the All-Star game. Did you?
I mean, isn't it similar to what they do in the NHL when they have the shootout after the 5-minute overtime?
Yeah, they do that. I mean, they do,
I mean,
and
that's
they've
not
already
gimmicky, is it?
kind of
That's something. I mean,
they've already changed the rules with having a man on in the extra
2
innings.
points and 1 point.
Right.
Yeah, versus NHL versus MLB where you're dealing with runs.
Yeah.
If you say points.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm kidding.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, it's a good question, but yeah, I like it.
I thought it was great. So
All right.
again, great job, guys.
Thank
Are you
you.
gonna do Wrestle Talk or no?
We are doing Wrestle Talk. We are doing
Okay,
Turnbuckle.
maybe
It's
next
going to
week.
be a little bit. No, we're doing Turnbuckle Talk.
Oh,
We're
you
doing
are?
it a
Well, let's
little
do
bit.
it right now.
All right. Let me read the
All right.
rest of these comments. Sun Devil Dave, what
I'll
do we
call
say
back.
to end the call?
You take care. Wait, thank you for wasting my time. And goodbye.
All right, there
Go
you go.
Devils.
Exactly.
Take
there you
care.
go. All right.
Is he family?
I work with him.
family.
That's what all right, let's go out to Lamar here. Mahalo, Lamar. Aloha.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Aloha, guys. What's up, Louie?
What's going on, man?
Tampa Bay Ray. Tampa Bay Ray. Hey, Tampa Bay Ray. Check it out. That shirt, I like it. So,
Brother. Scott Bradford got this for me. Bucs Life.
yeah, so I had that same shirt, but I had it with the red and white stripe. Where Tampa Bay Buccaneers are. Where the
Yes.
Buccaneers.
But does yours on the back of it, does it actually say I love you, Culverhouse? I'm kidding.
No, it doesn't. No.
Now wait. Now go back to that one right there. Hold on.
This was another one
I
that
remember that one.
they did.
Is that a
these.
black one or is that a
That's
pewter
a black one? That's a black one that
No,
they
that's
sold at
pewter.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's
That's
pewter.
nice. That's
That's
nice.
the
That's
pewter
black.
version.
I
That's
like
black.
that. I
That's
actually
the
like
pewter.
that.
That's a
I don't like
Super
that. I don't
Bowl
like
five.
that. This looks
What-
like it. You
what
did
did
that.
you show
What
me?
I'm saying is with the numbers there, you obviously you keep up. Hold on, go back to the other one. You with these numbers here, you modify the numbers, you keep it
Yeah,
black.
but dude, this was
The
Warren Sapp. This was thrown up
Show-
back
show
in
it on the screen.
2006. Like that jersey's been out there. I mean, I saw this early on when they first introduced the new colors. They kind of came up with that.
Like
now,
that.
this was actually after Tom Brady and Gronk had joined the team in 2020.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Lamar. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. So I do like the red on red. Remember
Okay.
the red on red?
Red on red. So you like the
Right.
ketchup? So you want to see
Yeah,
ketchup?
the red on red.
Mustard.
The red on red was dope.
Mustard.
What about like it could be like you add like black stripe, maybe thick, or you have like the red and black mixture. That's fine. I do like
Or with the white helmet.
Creamsicle, white on white. I really like that white on white. That's dope.
Yeah.
In comparison
So
to like having
Okay.
the two different types of orange bottoms or the solid orange like top, and the way that they incorporated the orange and the red into the white. That's to me was dope. They could probably go back to like, you remember that old style
Mhm.
of helmet that
Right.
was like black with the red stripe at the top, like kind of it looked like a arrow almost, and then they had the old skull, no flag.
I don't remember those.
That was the
football
original.
center.
They went with that was the original scheme for before they went with Buffalo.
Well, there were some designs out there that were
There
put
was
out
like
there.
so many different designs,
Yeah.
and one of them was like black. They could take that black helmet. They can incorporate the new flag, into it. Maybe change the top. I kind of didn't like the stripe
Right.
that they had.
I remember being young, younger and saying, the Bucs should change their colors, and one of the main colors was black. It's so crazy that Louis is saying this because I thought at the time black, and then I was told, listen, you don't want it to be black and orange because at the time we had the Bengals, but you don't want them to look like jack-o'-lanterns.
Right.
Yeah.
here's the thing. I wouldn't mind, like I said, I'm not saying
Sunshine State.
I'm not saying, hey, let's wear these uniforms every game. I'm saying
I know.
No,
Right.
we weren't saying that. But no, I mean, that was the thing is like people said black, they should have black. They were looking to like toughen up these uniforms because it was the winking pirate. And they're like, let's put black in there. And you're like, no, we play in Florida. Like literally the sun is a problem. You don't want to wear. That's why we make the opposing teams wear black if they have it at all in their away uniform.
Yeah,
Because that's an advantage.
I get that. And I like what Louis like if you're just adding just a little bit of black someplace.
By the way, I'm just messing with Louis right now. It's
almost like you're giving them like a sword, in a sense. Like, okay. What was that?
That's a jersey. I said the nipple.
Son of Ray, you idiots.
That's good enough to suck right there.
See, I blame you, Ray, for taking this.
I am the cause of all the problems.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, listen, there are definitely some combinations there that you can use when it comes to jerseys. And listen, I think the black jersey, I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but anything's possible. I mean, there are a lot of NFL teams that go to it. Maybe a prime time thing.
Give me a week's paycheck, and I'm gonna laugh at you and say, "I told you so."
And just like how they use it, I remember when they had like I remember when they did like you remember the red and pewter.
Yes, I remember the red and pewter. Yes, that's what they wear now. Red and pewter. Yeah.
That reminds me of blood.
Old red and pewter.
Right.
Where it kind of just looked like It
All
was
right.
like.
So are you in favor?
Did
Okay.
you say it looked like ass?
Yeah, but
like it was just like
No, I know. But I'll tell you guys this: I want to get to a place where the Bucs can wear the Tampa Bay Rowdies colors, green and yellow. Just put it out there, like pirate or the Rays or the
Ray,
Lightning colors.
that
Because at the end of the day, that's what Tampa Bay is. We're
That
not
idea-
just one team; we're all the teams. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I just went.
This idea right here, Ray. This is what I think about your idea.
Shut up!
This is what I also think about your idea.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Oh man.
My bad.
I swear, man. We've been talking to you.
Oh yeah, I got to talk to you about these stats, man.
All right, what's that?
No.
Stats. What is it? How many black jerseys do you have?
You don't like Justin Herbert. You don't agree with him being in the top 10, right?
I said that if you put his numbers against Justin Herbert's 0-4 in the playoffs. If you put him against Baker, who's 3-1 in the playoffs, and all their numbers, I don't think Herbert comes out ahead of Baker.
All right, so I got the numbers in front of me. He's 2-1 against Baker.
Against Baker, but give me his
Against
overall
Baker.
stats in the
So
playoffs.
overall stats, he's really not that far behind. So Baker's actually had a couple more seasons than Justin Herbert.
Oh,
he's
he's a better overall quarterback at this point with
Because
the
I'm an
number.
old man, I can't be good.
No. And I don't want any because I know everybody in the comments has gotten a little saucy and spicy with me. They think I'm this and I'm not. And I'm not a Baker hater because I'm just saying listen to the stats because one thing I always say, I'm a football realist first and then a Bucs fan. So realistically, you can't really hate on Justin Herbert because he's really not that far behind.
I'm not hating on Justin Herbert, but if
I
I'm
just
not-
think, I just think Justin Herbert with all the it seems
You don't
like
think he's a top 10 quarterback?
I don't think he's as good as Baker Mayfield.
I'm asking you, do you think he's a top 10 quarterback?
Justin Herbert.
So they're putting Baker and
hold on, I'm
Justin
asking Peter.
on the same
Do
plane.
you think he's a top 10 quarterback?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I think he's top 15. I don't
Are
know if
we
he's top
talking
10.
about the prettiest spiral, playoff wins, the most thousands yards?
I think there's
because the thing is, it's a sliding
I think
scale.
I think there's questions there with him. Lots of
But team
questions.
leadership, I've seen Herbert get mad, but I've seen Baker, and Baker's going to hold everybody on that team accountable.
I think he's a lot. I think Justin Herbert's a lot of hype. I do.
So
All right, so if you think he's a lot of hype, he's got. Hold on. Wait a minute, because that's crazy. He's got 21,000 passing yards compared to Baker's 24,000 passing yards. He's
Okay.
not that far behind.
He's
And
not far
Baker has
behind.
played 106 games. He's played in 79 games.
And why is
He's
Justin?
20,000
I said,
yards
let's go
shy.
just on playoff record.
But why is Justin?
Louis,
Here's the point,
playoff
though.
records.
Hold on. Why is Justin Herbert ranked ahead of Baker? Baker has better numbers.
Well, Baker's played more games and played more seasons than him.
but
But I'm
give me
just
the-
saying,
I-
for this
I would
being
say-
a young kid,
I
he's
would
not
say-
that far behind.
I would say this, though. I think the reason why Justin Herbert is ranked ahead of Baker is because, again, it's the hype of him and how he's always going to get it done. And then the fact that there is such a national media bias versus Baker, how they still hold him accountable for the troubles that he had off the field with his college career and with the Cleveland Browns.
And I'll give
No,
you
I get
this,
it, but I'm
Peter,
just
it was-
saying. Listen, and I know people in the comments are
And,
going to
and they're
try to tear
doubting
my
him
head
on
off.
interception.
No,
They're doubting him
Herbert
on
is a
those
top 10
listen,
interceptions.
hold on. One thing. Let me go full screen on this. First, welcome to the Sports Web, because people are going to come at you with comments. This is what we do here. This is what we do.
Don't bother me.
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you have an opinion, you have an opinion. It is what it
No,
is.
I gotta.
That's what-
Well, the thing is, I gotta clarify it. Like, I'm not saying. Oh, well, he's
Bro,
the
you don't have
best
to-
thing out there. I'm just
Well,
stating,
hey, no,
like,
but
hey,
Louis,
he's not that
you
far
don't have-
behind.
But I want
Right.
to clarify. And all I said was if you put their numbers against them, and I think as an NFL general manager,
Hold on,
one
Lamar.
of the most important things you're going to look
Yeah.
at is the quarterback's postseason record. And I think he and Herbert's still over, and Baker's had that success. But it goes back to me. It goes back to Herbert's rookie season. The Chargers came here to Raymond James, and they had a good lead in the second half, and the Bucs still made them their bitch. And that's when I went, you know what? Herbert's a great gifted quarterback. He doesn't have that dog. Baker Mayfield has that dog, and that's why I put Baker at 7. I put Herbert at 10.
Oh no,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
mean,
just saying he's in the top 10, correct?
I think
That's all I'm saying, because I hear people saying that they don't want him in the top 10. He doesn't deserve to be in the top 10.
I think he's.
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
he could be in the top 10, but I think he'd also, if you look at
Baker.
He's also, I mean, in my opinion, Baker has a much better offense to play with than he does. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This year was
that's a fair assessment, and also
Keenan Allen's better than Mike Evans. No
But
way.
Trevor Lawrence is
No.
MVP this year
No.
by
Well,
that very measure.
Keenan Allen thinks he was better than Mike Evans.
Who's that?
Keenan Allen thought he was better than Mike Evans.
He thought wrong. But what
Better.
I'm saying is,
Peter-
you take Justin Herbert right now. Let's just say for shits and giggles, you take Justin Herbert and you put him on the Buccaneers right now. How does that offense look?
I don't know, because Baker's leadership is what's giving a Bucky Irving and these young.
That's where I'm at with this. I don't think it's necessarily just
No,
athleticism.
I know, and to the webheads, I'm not saying that we need to go out and go get Justin Herbert, but I'm just saying it's fun to play fantasy football a little bit. Imagine, it's just that I'm just saying, like,
I think Baker Mayfield is he's a direct reflection of that locker room. And
you taking Lamar Jackson or you taking Baker Mayfield?
Lamar, I'm taking Baker
listen,
Mayfield with this locker room. I'm taking
listen.
Baker Mayfield because Lamar Jackson is not a leader in Baltimore.
Hold
He's
on,
a
let me
leader
answer-
because of his
let-
play.
Let me answer the question here.
I think they're
If
going to
you
win the
watch-
Super Bowl this year.
If you
That's
watch,
my
if you
pick.
watch, if you watch the show, I definitely was going for Lamar Jackson at the time. Wanted Lamar Jackson and didn't think that Baker was going to be as good. I knew he would be good, but not as good as he's been. I was a Lamar Jackson fan. A lot of people said no, he's hurt and this and that and the other thing. We'll see what Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens does, but I take
He
Lamar
was a
Jackson.
2-point version away from going.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, agree.
Oh, guys. So Louis, Peter, and Ray,
Yeah.
who is your top 5 quarterback?
Who's my top 5 quarterbacks? I mean, number one is for me it's tough between Josh Allen and Lamar. Just because
No Patrick Mahomes?
No. The defense, he's not my top 5. No.
Wow. How about that?
Look at his stats. Go pull up his stats from this year.
I'm saying, though, if we're basing it all off of numbers, as I said, touchdowns and interceptions, Baker Mayfield is better than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing with you about
Right,
that
and
at all.
And yet the reason why he won't be in the top 5.
And then after you answer who your top 5 is,
Are you there?
who is your top 6 through 10?
Oh, come on. Now you're making this a math quiz.
Well, Lamar, it's a lot here. We'll go ahead and get a list out one of these days, and we'll definitely give it to you. Top 5, I don't know, man. I mean, I think Josh Allen's in there.
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson. Ain't no Dak Prescott.
No, but you got to have – who's your third there? Kansas City, Mahomes.
I still think Mahomes. I think it goes Mahomes, Allen, Jackson. It's tough. It could go Mahomes, Jackson, and Allen. I mean, they're interchangeable at this point. But the thing you look at with Mahomes,
Stafford is right there.
Top 10 according to
body
Fox.
of work.
All right.
But
So
I
this
think
is
Baker
Fox.
is right there.
Well, hold on, Ray. This is right here. This is the list.
So I'll tell you right now who I'd take out of the
ESPN?
top 5 right there. I'd take out Mahomes and I'd take out Jalen Hurts. So
You're nuts.
number one, I'll go ahead and say this. Number
You're
one
nuts.
for me is Lamar
Oh
Jackson.
yeah, no, Jalen Hurts shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Why is
Josh
Lamar
Allen? Lamar Jackson's 1. Josh Allen would be 2. Joe Burrow would be 3. It's kind of like a toss-up for me with Baker and Jared Goff. It is because those two, they're deadlock even in my opinion. It's tough. Those two guys, we've seen some really good battles between these two guys.
And I gotta see Baker and Jared Goff in the top 5. You can put Burrows and Jalen Hurts down to the 6 through 10.
Lamar, thanks a lot for the call, man. Use the second call, all right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
Aloha.
Yes, much aloha.
All right, let me go out to Alex here. Let's go back to this quarterback chat if you want to talk about it. But welcome back to the Evolution using your second call.
What up? So talking about the quarterback situation, and then I have one MLB question before I go. But the top 5. Well, I was looking at your stat sheet from Fox about the top 5. Jalen Hurts should not be in there. I think the defense. I think ultimately the defense carries Jalen Hurts to keep him on the field.
Okay.
I mean, let's be real. I mean,
And the offensive line. That offensive line in Philadelphia. Forget about it.
And an offensive line. I'm also Dak Prescott should not be in the top 10. I don't care what you say. And I'm going on based on solely on the fact that, I mean, Tampa Bay Ray was talking about comparing playoff wins. I mean, when is the Cowboys ever in the playoffs? I mean,
well, they did beat the Bucs in that last year,
and that was his rookie year, I think. Or no, 2 years ago. But I'm saying
Dak
he had success early on, right? And they found him in the 3rd round out of Mississippi State, right? I mean,
4th round, and it was not his rookie year. He was rookie year in 2016 or 2015.
But I'm saying he punched above his weight, which made the loss of Tony Romo a little more palatable. But what has he done? He's a good quarterback, especially since the ankle injury. I mean, this is the highest paid player in the entire National Football League in 2025. Okay, show me.
I do agree with Fox, though. I do think Joe Burrow deserves to be in the top 5. The problem is with Joe Burrow is he's just been a little injury prone the last few years.
A lot of injury prone.
And he frosts his hair. That's a problem, right?
One year looks like Eminem, and the next year he's
but you want to know what's crazy? He was injury prone this year, but he still put up almost 5,000 yards passing.
And have you watched quarterbacks?
With a terrible
any
offensive
of you guys? Louie, Alex, Peter,
43 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
Have you guys watched Quarterback yet on Netflix?
No, not yet. I caught a little bit of it yesterday.
How can I? And Alex, have you watched it yet? Any of it?
Ooh, speaking of dozing off, I have to run.
Oh man,
yeah, it's late, buddy.
It is late, so we can't do turnbuckle. We'll have to do it another night. Then we'll just have to do it.
All right.
I have a question for Tampa Bay Ray before I get out of here, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
So, talking about the All-Star game, what was your guys' opinion? It was a pitch from Edwin Diaz to Randy Rosarena, and that pitch clock, and that challenge of the strike challenge. Did you all notice that? And did you like how that worked?
Yeah, no, I definitely think it needs to be put in baseball. I think I get it. A lot of people want to keep the human element in baseball, but I think it comes down to getting the call right. And if that's the future of it, then I think go for it. Let's do it.
It worked. So Edwin Diaz pitched Randy on the top corner of the plate or of the zone. He challenged it just on the edge. They used basically a fox track. It was in the thing. Call overturned, strike 3.
Well, Ed, I'm going to go ahead and say this though. I mean, Manfred had a great Tuesday. He had a great week because he was on the Pat McAfee show.
Appreciate the call, my friend. All right.
Alex, I'll finish so Alex can hear this. But he had a great week, and he finally said, being interviewed by Alex or Pat McAfee in the show, about the pitch count, about about the pitch clock, and he said, first of all, the importance of the umpires and everyone on that field in making those calls. They're never going to go away. It's not going to be a robot, Fox, whatever, Fox track. But he also said that baseball's a depth. What the hell is Louis on screen for? Okay.
I don't know what he's doing there.
He also said, I want to finish this. He also said that baseball is adapting moving forward. So it's not that we've went to a breaking point where forget the purists, we're going to go with everything. He's still maintaining that. But at the end of the day, baseball's admitting, and I think we're seeing it in 2025, that they're like, okay, it was a long-ass game with old men and like scorekeeping and falling asleep. But now we're ready to move into this new century. And that's why baseball, I think, in the coming years is going to start really giving the NFL a run for its money.
All right. I'll tell you what, let's read the comments. We'll get out of here on that. We'll have to do Turnbuckle Talk next week, Louis. It is what it is, man. We had lots of great guests tonight, lots of great talk. I mean, just all kinds of talk, Jersey talk.
With this drama.
I'm telling you. Let's see here. The new white throwback is selling like crazy. I bought 2 already. Dave says I want the creamsicle shiny pants back as well with the white jersey.
I don't think I'm gonna buy the jersey because I was looking at it. So I ordered a creamsicle jersey because I have pretty much all of Mike Evans's jerseys. I plan on collecting all the jerseys he's worn.
Nice.
But that creamsicle jersey that I ordered, it was the Nike Vapor Carbon, whatever the hell it's called, the top of the line one outside of the authentic one.
Yeah,
poor quality, man. Like, what's up with the stitching, dude? There's no stitch in there, pressed on. For $174, you would think you would get a better quality than that. I'm sorry, like that's I bought Brady's jersey, just not to wear, but just to kind of like hang up a little bit. Because my father, before he passed away, he had a bunch of Tom Brady stuff, like there's stuff that's worth some serious cash that he had of Tom Brady, and I kind of want to put it all in a thing. And I figured I'd throw that Buccaneers jersey in there, and that Buccaneers jersey, same price, $174, and it was stitched. The lettering was stitched, the numbers were stitched, and then Nike comes back out with these Nike Vapor Carbon jerseys, and I thought I was gonna get the stitched one, and it's just the quality is terrible.
Wait, the Tom Brady jersey you got? You didn't get that in the old creamsicle, right? You got that?
No. That's asinine and stupid.
Thank you, Louis. We've had this conversation before. It's not that Tom doesn't own everything Tampa Bay because he was the greatest of all time, but yet he never wore that color. So why would we that's such a
buying
those at the time? It was crazy.
That's such a cheese dick move to make, to buy one of those jerseys, in my opinion. He never donned the creamsicle jersey,
but he wasn't the greatest at that time.
He never donned like the pewter jersey. That was kind of like the thing. He made those jerseys look nice, but that's about it.
Well, remember his second season, 2021. There's that the whole reason why the Bucs, because the NFL approved the Bucs to wear the throwback uniforms, and they had the helmet approvals in the hopper, and they came back and said there was a shortage on orange material. This is literally true. A shortage.
I remember that.
Material worldwide, and I say it was because Tom Brady never wanted to wear the creamsicle. Now I'm not saying Tom can make the NFL not wear those, but I think at the end of the day, the Bucs were like, all right, we can put it off here.
Sure he didn't want to wear a creamsicle. I don't know about that.
Not only that, they do that with a lot of, even like the new
on orange material, Peter. Oh, everything else was available.
Weird time was a weird
even
China.
I do see on the website too. Like they have like Mike Allstott jerseys and Derek Brooks jerseys, like with the updated Buccaneer logos. That's dumb. Don't buy those. I don't even know why they make that. That's the stuff that I don't like. The greed part. Like it's just like,
it's all greed.
It's just, but like I said, I kind of have a gripe with that.
Go to the Salvation Armies, the Goodwills, and the hospice stores all here in Tampa Bay, because there's always Bucs gear in the flow. It's always recirculating. You can get a dope ass Lamar Thomas 1992 jersey for like $5. I'm just saying. What number was Lamar Thomas, Pete?
He
87.
Was 87, and he 87. Had Horace Copeland was 88. I see. And actually, nice Copeland was he higher ranked, or he was lower ranked than Lamar? I thought Lamar was going to be the better wide. I see. There you go. You
I
should do
told you my story. I went to a Bucs versus the Tampa Police and Fire Department softball game over at Curtis Hickson Park or something, and I'm right there, sitting right behind home plate. Lamar Thomas comes to bat. The guy he bunts the ball. I'm exaggerating a little, but he infield hit, and he takes off. And I've never seen a human being circle 4 bases faster. I mean, his ankles were like, and he went. Infield home run. I'm like right there. I turned to my friend. I'm like, that's the fastest human being I've ever seen. That was your former Hurricane Lamar Thomas. So yeah.
There you go. Leo, let's go, says Lamar. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Black with pewter numbers outlined in red and orange would be epic. So he agrees with you. Louis Lateo right there. He's saying his name. Mike D. Roche. Remove the ship. Never. What's with Louis in the black tonight? Lamar.
I never said remove the ship. I don't know what
well,
people
you
are
said
talking about.
replace it with a black ship.
Yeah.
Love that idea. Louis, aloha, guys. Thank you. Mike D. Roche, Seneca, Bucs, black jersey. Yay or nay? Seneca removed the Bucs ship with the black ship. Christopher Cole, Ken Hagan hasn't received Glazer renovation notices yet. Christopher Cole, no quarterback, 1 to 3 years of experience should be in the top 10. Dave says, well, Jaden Daniels is in the top 10. That's what people think. Bucs training camp only 8 days away. Fire cannons.
Stroud was top 10 last year. Just saying.
Yeah, they should renovate the ship with a new, meaner skull on the bow. I like Louis' idea about the black. Make it like the ship on the uniform sleeves. Okay. Great show, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. Mike D. Roche put TJ in the Bucs Ring of Honor. I like that a lot. Let's go out to my beautiful mother who's still watching the show, hopefully watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web, Amped Up Sports, the Tampa Bay Ray. Louis, what is it? Louis with the Frozen Pirate podcast. I think that's what she was trying to say. She said private. What do you know? TJ Rives, let's go. Happy 30th right there.
Wait, Frozen Pirates? Frozen Privates?
She said private, yes. My friend is Portages, and he and his cousins Portuguese. Okay, well, they said Portages. A big golf tournament every year.
Wait, what?
What? Every year,
What's going on?
My friend and he and his cousins have a
Bleaka golf tournament every year here in Florida. Tell us, Louis.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Tell us,
I'm not
Louis,
telling you guys that. That's funny, though.
Listen to
If
you.
you're Portuguese, you know.
Okay.
Bleaka
A cool game with the Bucs and Seahawks were the OG when they played this year. Jim, damn it, Jim, I want to talk to TJ Rives. Love how inside the collar of the whites it says, hey, Tampa Bay, nice touch. Boy, oh boy, I got a feeling. I need to know if the rumors are true. Jim, I think he sent stars, so we appreciate that. Abraham says, oh, geez. They will add an extra OL, Klein, and tight ends like Code Keefe on the left side. Mike D. Roche, 12 and 5 this year.
Package.
Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
Go Bucs.
Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs. There you go. I hate you. Carberry will have the guys ready. Hey, Ray, this is what you get for this. Go Buccaneers. Yes, go Buccaneers.
Wait up, little boy.
Yes,
Wait up.
Go Bucs.
That was the icing on the cake.
Let's see. Louis, do you work out after the show? It seems you have too many blows to the head.
No, man. No blows, man.
Black this, black that. It's a joke. He said.
Come on, Louis, show him one time.
Oh, the memories of the dark times. Christopher Cole, Von Miller, Simon Washington. Jeremy, thanks a lot for calling tonight. Good evening, fellas. 76 creamsicle jerseys are, and I think he's saying Fuego. Bozo's
Fuego.
Fuego. All right. Should the Rays have black jerseys? Ha ha ha.
They do. Ha ha
Rays
ha. Joke's on you.
Orlando. Ha ha. Bold sellout because they have a good team and good ownership. Not just locations, ownership, big time. Absolutely, Marine. Love that.
Yes!
It is.
So St. Pete's okay then?
Huh?
I said so. St. Pete's okay for a stadium. Just we'll have good owners and then everything's fine.
If you had good ownership, you never know. But again,
I'm kidding with you, brother.
All the love to McCoy, but Sue was the pick Tampa Bay wanted. Dave, if the
true.
Bucs picked before the line, Sue would have been drafted by the Bucs. Mike D. Roche. Big year for Evans this year. 89 receptions, 1,309 touchdowns. Dave, the Commanders won from a fumble. They know it. If not for the Bucs, they might be in the 2024. They might be Super Bowl champions, says Dave.
Not with that defense.
Well, the defense was definitely a big time question. That's for sure. And even Todd Bowles and Levante David and all those guys, they know it. That's the reason why you made all those improvements. Peter's great color writes. I think he's saying pewter, but okay. I don't know. Peter is a color. Lou,
pewter.
You have to make our mock. We pewter this, pewter that, pewter this, and black that, black this.
Speaking of coup.
Black yeah. I'm going to do.
Say Bleeker.
Bleeker.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I know there's some hidden meaning there, so I'm not going to say it. Lou,
Bleeker in the queue.
Mock up so you can see it. All right, so he's calling you Lou now. You're not Louis. He's
Bleeker golf tournament.
All right, Lou. I'm trying to get a jersey from Louis on my Frozen podcast. There you go.
Oh, you got to tune in.
Remind me to tune in tomorrow night. 7:30.
Tomorrow 7:30, man. Yeah. So I'm doing the free jersey giveaway. Like I said, the player of your choice, whatever color you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like I said, it just got to share the show and show some love, man. And then before the season starts, I'm gonna give one away. I've already done it before. We'll do it again.
Well, Louis, let me ask you real quick, all three of us, Louis first. If you had just not a throwaway, because a free jersey is a free jersey, but if you had a jersey that you knew wasn't the guy, wasn't a Mike Evans, which Buccaneer would you take right now, Louis? What jersey?
Wait, say that one more time.
What jersey would you get? What Buccaneer jersey would you get in the throwback orange creamsicle back to 76?
That's the easy one.
What jersey would I get back?
Current player on a team.
On a current player on a team?
Yeah.
You know what? I have to show it's more of a personal thing. He was the first Bucs player to jump on the show. I got to go with Devon J. Thomas. I hope he makes the team. That's what I would go with, man, because like I said, that episode blew up.
Dude, that was a great interview. That kid's got so much positivity, and you almost
it's just he was right. He played on a Penn State defense loaded with superstars. So, I mean, if, like I said, what we talked about, I have a good feeling about him. And like I said, I hope he really turns out to be something special with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love the confidence when he came in. Love it. You seen right on the bottom, future Bucs legend. I love that. I don't think that's cocky. It's just confidence. And you got to have that, man, you know. And, he played on a very good defense with Penn State. He's a great human being. And that's what I like. Just the stories. Him just taking a lot of kids today, everything is with the effing phones, recording with the phones. Oh, somebody's getting their face kicked in. I got to record it. This car's on fire. I got to record it. No, he didn't record it. He pulled the lady out of a burning car.
Yeah. You know what's his number? What number is he assigned right now?
I think it's 73.
There you go. 73.
All right. Yes, there you go. It's either Evans or Bucky Irving to answer, or Baker Mayfield.
And you saw that. I wanted to go and say this. I didn't get a chance to. I know, Peter, we got to end the show, but I want to say, if you guys go to my Ray Kennedy, go to my Facebook. Oh, the camera's here. Go to my Facebook page. I did the video from the Bucs store. And yesterday, you'll notice I did the shot from outside the stadium with Levante David in back of me. And of course, Levante wears 54. 54 was also worn by Richard Batman Wood. And then if you see that later in the video in the store, I went and did the videos, and I didn't even realize it, but I went up to number 7 last, which is Bucky Irving in a throwback. But of course, for me, 7 is Martin Gramatica, a player the Buccaneers 100% should be planning on putting that Ring of Honor right after Simeon Rice this season, because if not for a kicker like Martin Gramatica on all his Buccaneer teams, you guys don't know. This team we were winning games 3-0, 6-3, 9-6. The NFC Championship game 98, 11-5. It was crazy. We lost that game, by the way, Bert Emanuel. But I just realized, so if you see it, remember, and I make a reference in that video, 54 Levante to going to Richard Wood. There was no 40. I was trying to remember, guys, do you guys remember another Buccaneer in history, number 40? I was trying
40.
to think, but of course the A-Train, but who else?
Nobody I can think. 40.
Blank. So thanks for letting me run.
Well, no, 40. Well, I remember 42 would be Gary was Gary Anderson 42 or 40?
Oh my God, Gary Anderson was 40. Wait, was he 42?
It was 42.
Remember, he was the fastest Buck in Tecmo Bowl, or
I got it. It was. Yes, it was Gary Anderson.
Was he 40? I have to check, Peter. Maybe he was.
Football player with the Bucs.
Mark Cotney was 42.
Well, who was 40? Who's a 40 in their history?
I don't recall, and that's why I was thinking when I was doing that video. I was like, "Oh, I got 54."
Yeah, he was 40. He was not 42.
Gary Anderson was 40.
You know, was 40. Who was 42?
That was Mark Cotney.
Okay, he was 40.
Yes. Okay. Gary Anderson
was 40 at the time.
And remember, the only reason why Gary Anderson's career wasn't a lot better in here, and he had the great with the Tampa Bay Bandits winning the USFL Bandit Ball, was just because by the time he got here, he was a little tired. He'd been a career already.
Yeah.
Former Gator.
What the heck is that? I don't know what that was. Okay. Sorry about that.
Wrap it up.
That's what it means. But yeah, I'm crazy. He was 40 for the Bucs. So there you go.
I challenged you on it on a Wednesday. Good job. Thank you.
Who was and I believe Ricky Bell was 42. Okay, that was 42. But Gary Anderson was 40.
Wait, Mark Cotney was a 42. Oh my God.
No, you know who's 42? Ricky Bell, man. Come on, bro. Jeez.
Why am I drawing a blank on Mark Cotney? I just interviewed. Oh. Okay. Oh
42.
my God.
Who's another 40?
Mark Cotney was.
It's way
33.
back.
He was
Way
33.
back.
It was 33.
All right. Yeah.
It's one of my four digits for my pen for my bank account is Mark Cotney and John Lynch. So 3347. Sue me.
There you go. Sue can come back 1 year with Bea. It's not happening. The Sports Web, appreciate you, Jim, as always. How about FSU? How about them? We'll see. The Raiders are black. Mike DeRoche, black jerseys suck. Dave says, I remember the black alternative jersey with the pirate font. They were cool. I like Blake. Okay. Or black. I like Blake. I think he likes I like black. Okay. Jim, Buccaneers have black jerseys on Madden every year. Very true.
Yeah.
Gene Thomas has a black Super Bowl 55. There you go. Gene Thomas, you have to call in or I'll put you through a table. I have a black and gold jersey, says Jim. Thank you. Helmet we have now is perfect, along with the throwback. Dave says, Ray, you wear the black during the prime time, not on 1 p.m. in Tampa. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The Las Vegas Raiders are black. Ketchup jerseys are crap. Now Ray is getting... No, Ray. Justin Herbert, does he wear a black jersey? Mike's messing with you. I love it. It's Baker, Browns, or Baker and Bucs, Louis. Mike, Herbert is the top 32 quarterback. Somebody call me. You can't call right now because I'm on live. I have to call you back. Sorry. Go Baker Mayfield. That's our quarterback.
Was that your
Big
Tinder date?
Maybe. I don't know. I agree with you, Louis, on Baker's situation now compared to Herbert. Dave says Allen wishes he was Mike Evans at this point. Allen is washed up wide receiver that won't be remembered. He talked trash, but Mike took him to the dump. Joe Sway. Okay.
I wouldn't say that. Keenan Allen is a good wide receiver. He went to the Bears.
Mhm.
That's, during a time where you have a rookie quarterback, and it just wasn't a good situation. He got traded there, correct?
Where? The Bears?
The Bears.
Bears.
Well, yeah, he got traded to the Bears because the Chargers didn't want to pay two of their wide receivers over $20 million, which is why.
Wait, did he get signed as a free agent, Louis?
All right. Joe Sway says, okay, I'm tuned in. Did I miss the Rays?
I think he's up there in age, though. He's older than Mike, though, right? He's way older than Mike.
Is he back with the Chargers this season, Keenan Williams?
No, I think he's going to retire.
He's a free agent. Why are we talking about this in July? The season is 2 months away because we talk about sports.
The Hall of Fame game is in 17 hours.
What shall we talk about, Josue? Should we talk about college football or college baseball or college hockey at this point? What do you want us to talk about, Josue?
Let's break down Arch Manning and why he's maybe is or not the best, whatever.
So we talk about this, Josue, and then again we open up the phone lines if you want to talk. But we're going to close down the phone lines. We're going to close down the show.
Dinner date to call?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out here. You can't take out Jalen Hurts, who won the Super Bowl. Lamar says, I agree with the caller about Hurts and Dak.
Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Where's that put him on a list of top 100 quarterbacks in NFL history?
I'd take Jalen Hurts over Trent Dilfer. I'll tell you that.
There's backup quarterbacks who won Super Bowl rings that would finish ahead of Trent in the actual numbers.
Although I love Baker, put Burrow on the Bucs. All right. Joe Sway says, of course, Louis watches football junk instead of the All-Star game. Burrow has 0 defense. You gotta love Joe Sway. He's so angry all the time.
I don't even know what that means.
You watch football and not the All-Star game. Did you ever
Don't
say you
care
didn't
about
watch
the All-Star game? Just same
I
way
don't
with
think
the
anybody
NBA All-Star game. Yeah,
You know
nobody
what?
cares about the All-Star game.
The All-Star game. You know why, Joe Sway? Because they had some of the lowest ratings of all time.
You
Where's
know who
the
does
pic-
the All-Star game good? The
What's that?
NHL. What they did with that whole format
Oh.
this year. That's how
Boom.
you do it.
There you
know
go.
what's funny though? What if it's just the fact
Four
that
nations.
there's so much sports and they even hit us with the golf and everything, and we get to this 1 week and there's this week off, the end of the first half, the beginning of the second half of the season, which takes us into football season, and people are maybe, I mean, it was a great game. MLB had a great week in Atlanta. Maybe people are just like, look, I'm going to take a couple of days off so I'm not in divorce court in 3 months, guy or girl.
Yeah, and not only that, I didn't watch the All-Star game. I wasn't watching Football Junk. I was actually watching Jurassic Park with my son outside.
The new
Well,
one?
there you go.
No, he's getting in. He's 7. I introduced him into Jurassic Park, so we watched the first 3, and now we're getting into the later story of Jurassic Park. We actually went to go watch the new one. We were in there for about 7 minutes, and then we had this like apocalyptic storm, Category 5 hurricane for an hour. All the power went out in the movie theater. They locked us in there. We didn't get to watch the movie, and then I had 2 trees collapse, one in my
Jeez.
yard and another one. Yeah, it's getting a little scary out here.
Yo,
with
Louis,
the
the sad
flooding.
thing is I'm just glad global warming is not a regional thing because it's everywhere. So
Oh, yeah, they
obviously
got
we're
to
all-
stop spraying the skies with that stuff.
Oh,
That's
easy now. Tin hat, put a tin hat on.
telling you.
But what I'm saying, wait,
Telling
your
you.
son is how old?
7.
And you gave him 3 straight Jurassic Park movies on Saturday?
No. We've been watching Jurassic
Oh, okay, over
Park
time. I'm
build
thinking
up.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
because
thinking
I-
7 years old, three movies in one. That poor kid's having dinosaur nightmares that
Yeah.
night. But I'm sure.
No,
I'm sure
he's
you know.
Nah, he's pretty good with that stuff. And I built something outside where I have like the fake ivy
not a-
around
it's
the
not a
patio
dinosaur.
deck. No, he likes it. It's the cool ambience of it. He likes being outside. I make the popcorn and I mounted a TV on my deck.
Yes.
So it's like he's all about it. He really likes it. But we didn't get to watch the new one, but we're gonna wait until it comes out on the TV. I give up trying going to the movie theaters.
I heard it's worth waiting for. It's going to be good still, but I love Scarlett Johansson. But I'll wait for it to come out.
I just went to go see the new Superman. That's good.
It was
That's worth
awesome.
a watch. And
I
then
saw
the
that
other-
the other night.
I can't get into
it's
Superman.
it's not bad. It's really good actually. And then the F1 racing movie with Brad
was
Pitt,
great.
that was really good. Went to go
Peter,
see
you
that.
know
one.
so many movies without me. I got free passes over here. Come over to my house. We'll pregame. We'll walk over.
Let me know.
You know,
Well,
you know, it's
let
a
me know.
really good
Call me.
series.
I will.
You know, it's a really good series. You guys should get into if you haven't watched it already. Now is the time. The Penguin. That's a good series.
I slammed it.
You
It
love
was
that.
awesome.
You love that.
And
I
you
gotta
know who
watch
the
that.
Penguin is? You know who he is?
Colin
Yes.
Farrell
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell. I'm
did a
like, this is the
fantastic job.
Penguin?
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Did a fantastic job with that show.
I
A lot of people.
started watching this show Doc, which is about the doctor. It's on Fox, but I'm watching it on Hulu. She got into an accident and lost the last 8 years of her life. And I'm just sitting here today. I'm like 6 hours. I'm crying. I'm like, oh my god, it's like like Hallmark Christmas around here. And
I gotta ask you, how'd you feel about the ending of the Penguin? Without spoiling it, I was pissed. I was like, this dude's a piece of shit.
Don't tell me. No. Don't tell me.
I'm gonna watch it, Peter.
You know
So it
what?
don't matter.
I will tell you this:
I'm gonna watch it.
the end of the first season made me really.
You know why
anxious
I'm
to
gonna watch
see
it?
how
'Cause
they
it's black.
explain it in
Yeah.
season 2.
Well, for me, like I said, I was just like, wow, this dude, like, because they did such a fantastic job of not really making it like a comic bookish. You kind of had like that Sopranos flavor to it,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like the Sopranos. It had a hint of it, but
It still had some DC feel to it, like
yeah,
Batman,
it still had the
like Penguin.
DC feel.
Yeah, I like it.
With a little bit of Tony Soprano in it. It was nice to see that, and he did a fantastic job with the Penguin. What they did was fantastic, and I like how it's spin-offs from the newest Batman movie. I like how they did that. I think what's her face? I'm having
Zoe Kravitz.
No,
She's so awesome.
no, not her. The girl,
Girl who plays the
Sophia.
daughter of the
Sophia, yeah.
Oh,
She did a
very
fantastic
intriguing.
job.
Yes.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job at being a complete psycho.
And Peter, not to ruin anything for you, but the fact that the penguin ends up identifying as a transgender and becoming an upkid, it doesn't happen.
No, it don't happen to that.
It's definitely
but no,
worth
like
watching.
they did a fantastic job, and they really grabbed your emotions with that series because here you are, you're starting to feel like sorry for the bad guy.
Yeah.
And because you see the way he grew up, he did a heinous thing, you know, and all that. But you've seen like him coming up, and then what he did at the end, you're just like, you felt betrayed. And you're like, that's the penguin, though.
But he's going to get it back, though, because Colin Farrell's reign just incredible. I'm sorry, Peter, go ahead. I apologize.
All right, so we're going to finish these comments. I'm going to wrap it up for the night because he's tired, and I'm getting tired, and I know you're getting tired, but we could do this all night long. I love it, man. Congratulations on Ray's new ownership. And by the way, next time you got like a free movie, let me know. I'll come over. I'm not that far away. Really
right now. I'll get with you.
Get with me. All right. Honestly, we'll take Harry the Greek. Go see where he's at. Honestly, don't like Nike. I like Reebok. I wish they would go back to Reebok. All my jerseys.
And now Skechers is coming out with a cleat. You see this? Skechers is getting in the game too. Now I'm like, whew.
Nike Elite 369.99, $520 for Canadian. Jeez. Do you guys think the Rays are going to change their color since they're going to be in Tampa Bay? No. Let's go Buccaneers. Absolutely no more. How do you guys think the O-line is going to be without Tristan Wirfs? It's going to be a situation that bears watching. We're going to have to see what Charlie Heck does, but I think
all hands on deck.
Yeah, that's it. Next man up, and we'll see, if they go to more 12 personnel.
They have to win that first week. They have to win the first game.
I'll tell you guys this: if Tristan Wirfs is not in there week 1 or week 2 or whatever in early in the season, we're gonna find out really quick whether the Buccaneers have been building a depth at tight end or if Cade Otton and if all this is smoke and mirrors, because they're gonna have to rely on their tight ends to pick up not only blocking assignments but then be available as receivers out of that block.
Yeah. This is a good year. Look, it's a good year for Rachaad White to really put his efforts in and really earn a contract because he could start anywhere. I believe, in my opinion, Rachaad White could go on any team right now. He could go to the Jaguars, which I don't want to see him go to, but that's a strong possibility. He could go up there to New England. He can anywhere. He can go to the Raiders. I think that's a good destination maybe for him. But I don't know. Again, he's gonna put on his best effort. And again, Tristan Wirfs. I mean, there is some good and there is some bad coming out of this. I mean, but again, name me one other running back that can pick up blitzes and block like Rachaad White does.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
Let's
see here. Jim says Tampa Bay Ray to answer your jersey question. Yaya Diaby for me. Dave says Louis, Allen, and Rivers. Then Herbert, Evans had 5 quarterbacks. Then Brady. So tell me,
you put top one
through the career.
What's that?
Put me top one.
Said Allen.
Oh,
Louis,
I read that wrong.
Rivers, then Herbert. Evans had 5 quarterbacks than Brady. So tell me who's better wide receiver through their career. Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. It's Evans.
Yeah, of course it's Evans. I never said Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Louis, you and your family. Dave, Penguin is awesome. I got to watch it now. Mike D. Roche.
My family. What about my family?
He said Penguin is awesome. I'm glad you guys are safe out there. Louis, you and your family.
Storms.
Yeah, because like I said, we're getting heavy flooding right now. New Jersey just got flooded out. They're in a state of emergency. Not as bad as Texas.
Right.
New York's pretty bad. We got flooded, not as crazy, but now there was 486 lightning strikes in 1 hour where I was.
Jeez. Wow. Sounds like Florida.
It's getting bad.
Does the Penguin have a black jersey?
He does. He's got a hell of a black suit. I didn't like the car. I didn't like the car. Keep it up, Mike. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up.
Mike, listen, Mike. We appreciate the comedy tonight, man. We wish you all the luck in the world with your fight with cancer, man. Continue to fight, man. We got you back here, and we know you're joking.
Black ground pepper.
And as long as you're picking on Louis, we're good with that.
Black pepper.
Black pepper. I'm telling you, it's anti-inflammatory, and sea moss too. Lots of sea moss.
All right, and to go see Sinners movie. That is a good movie too. We just see that.
What movies?
Watch it. Sinners.
I never seen that.
Yeah, ever seen it?
Porn.
Yeah,
it's a horror movie. Wow. All right,
one with the lust and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Michael B. Jordan. Let's
Shades of Grey.
Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy answer your jersey question. It's Yaya Diaby for me. All right, Jim.
Who was that though? Can you bring that back up?
Yeah, Jim Sutton.
Jim, since Louis
Jim,
came
what the
in
hell
first,
is the matter with you?
We love Jim.
can I get out first, Louis, if you don't mind? I'm going to go ahead and say
Go
this,
ahead.
if you don't mind.
Hold on. Roman Reigns and Rhodes will be playing in the new Street Fighter movie. That's true. Dave says,
Yes.
Louis, you're still my guy. See you tomorrow night. They all love you here, man. We gotta give it to you with the black. It's funny though.
It's
You
all right,
found it.
man.
You
It's all
found it.
good.
Look at this. You found this right here.
On that. It's out there. I'm just
Sure,
saying
it's
it
from
could be a possibility.
1973. I'm kidding.
I like that
And
better.
that one's from
I think that's
2020.
sharp right there. I like that.
That is sharp.
I don't know about the other one. The other
The
one, I
ground.
don't know.
Well, the Warren Sapp, he never wore it.
Yeah,
Although he would
yeah.
look great in it, because I remember when that color scheme came out, it was like, yeah, if anyone would have pulled off 99, it was Warren Sapp. It was
He
during the same
did. He
time.
pulled off black. You wore the Raiders black.
Well,
Raiders
with the Raiders, but that was,
black.
he was tired. He always had grass on his butt because he was usually on his backside. He'd let all his good stuff out here. And I want to go and say this. I was talking to I forget who it
Give me
was.
some
but I
final
was-
thoughts here because we're going to wrap this up because I know
Okay,
he's
final thoughts. I worked the local the prep sports, all the high schools. There was this one player from Armwood. He's a commit to Colorado, and it was funny because they asked him why did you commit to Colorado, and you'd have thought it was because of Coach Sanders. He said because of the relationship he's developed with Coach Sapp, and I'm like, I forgot. Yes, defensive line coach for Colorado. Go Warren Sapp. But I want to go ahead and say this. I'll end with this. I'm always leery of the number 0. Somebody trying to be the number 0 because it literally means nothing. But I'm asking Bucs fans out there, am I the only one? Yaya is the one player in any sport that I think pulls the 0 off. I don't know if it's the dreads with the beads or how he plays, but he pulls that number 0 off. So I'll leave you guys and girls with that question. Is there any other player? I think Yaya Diaby owns the number 0 in professional.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, shut up. I hate
Tatum?
basketball, Louis, but yeah, he kind of pulls it off too.
Jason Tatum.
All right. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Appreciate you. Anytime.
Prime,
Tampa Bay
prime
break.
Russell Westbrook. Prime Russell Westbrook.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I
All
got
right. he's out of here. All right. Give me some final thoughts here, Louis.
I have done. I hate all of you.
We
equally.
love black. Black. We love black.
Listen, speaking of black, we have a good feud going with Damian Priest and Alistair Black. I like that. That's a good direction.
Alistair
I like
Black.
that.
There you go.
Karrion Kross starting to get some love too.
Yeah. There
They
you go.
were actually right up the street from me in Providence, Rhode Island. I didn't
Nice.
wind up going.
Well, why not?
Because the tickets were like $400 and
Tickets are way too
and I have 2 other people to go.
Yeah.
So you do the math there.
Yeah.
That's 3/4 of my paycheck. Not happening.
True.
So and
Stuff.
the traffic over there, Rhode Island's a mess. Between Mass and Rhode Island, it's a mess just getting over there. It takes you're trying to fight traffic over there. My commute to work was supposed to take my commute home is supposed to be 40 minutes. It takes an hour and 20, sometimes an hour and 30 minutes sometimes to get home because this bridge that I think 160,000 cars go over a day was about to collapse and nobody said nothing. And then they finally, it was 3 lanes on each side. Now it's 2 lanes. So 1 lane being gone makes a huge difference. So yeah, but it's too bad we didn't get to do turnbuckle talk because I had this really cool idea that I've been conjuring up about creating a real faction, a very intimidating faction. I call it the Forgotten Chapel, and it involves Karrion Kross, Alistair Black, and Damian Priest. But I'll let you hold that thought. We'll talk about that next week.
How about Undertaker managing it?
No, absolutely not.
Really? Did
No.
you see
'Cause
that
you'd have
Trick Williams?
He's what?
He's confronting Trick Williams, the Undertaker. He's going back to NXT, I guess, next week.
I don't want to see that, man. I love the Undertaker. I got a little Undertaker tattoo. He was one of my favorites growing up. He was my favorite growing up. But that train passed. To me, you got to stay in the background. You got to help out guys like Priest, Cross, Alistair Black, because you had that aura, that mystique. Those guys have that aura, and they're trying to find that mystique. And you got to help guys like that evolve. But I'm telling you, the Forgotten Chapel or the Fallen Chapel, I thought that would have been. I wrote some stuff down. I have a pretty cool.
You save
cool
it.
idea.
You save that.
Yeah. I guess some more for you.
Did you
Why
write it
don't
down?
you come up with a faction? Right? Why don't you come up with a faction? Because I have a whole thing written down. Who they confront, how they take over, and how they collapse.
All right. We'll figure it out next week.
Yep.
Did you write it down on black paper?
Actually, no, I didn't.
There you go.
Oh, it's all up here. Well, no, it's in my notes in my iPad, which is black.
It's in your
black iPad.
Black iPad. In your
iPad.
black hole of existence.
Yes, my black hole. Everyone says I'm so negative. I'm so dark. I'm not dark. I'm forged.
Brother,
How's
I love
that?
you. You did a great job tonight, man. Thanks a
I'm
lot. We'll see you.
tired. I didn't do a great job. I had a very off night. If everybody noticed, I'm very cranky. Like I said, I haven't had no alcohol in almost 3 weeks. I've been working out. I did a lot of fasting. I'm very cranky. Even my boss, black paper with white crayon. There you go. I'm very, very cranky. The new diet sucks. Like I said, I don't get to eat what I want to eat.
Start calling you Louis Black. Louis
could.
Blackheart. Louis Blackheart.
There you go. You could do that.
That's cool.
Did you like the new logo for the Frozen Pirate podcast?
Oh man, that's badass. We got to
That's
figure
nice.
out what we're gonna do for an intro for the sports. We'll figure out some stuff here. We'll have to sit down, but you know me, I'm busy all the time, bro. I know you're busy. Great stuff tonight. You were definitely on your game. Talking uniforms.
I was way off.
Oh, shut up.
You were off. I'm telling you, if I wanted to, I could have done it a lot better. I was off. Believe me, I was off. It's just like I said, I'm freaking hungry. I want to eat, and
Bro, I
just
haven't
can't.
eaten nothing. I had pudding before I came on, so I got to go eat something. You
Yeah,
know what?
see,
I gotta take this guy's call here, so I'm gonna get you out of here. Unless you want to take this call with me, real quick.
Let's do it. Why not?
All right, let's go on to Eric Moreno. Eric, welcome to the Evolution. How do we start off the show?
Bring the excitement, bring the passion. Just don't bring any nonsense, Peter. How you doing, guys?
You good, man? You okay?
man.
Yeah, it's Friday will be 6 months since my dad's been gone.
Hey, bro, we're here. We're here for you. You know, again, I know you're dealing with your stuff. We deal with our stuff, but we appreciate you tuning in and calling in.
What did he say? Is your dad passed away?
Passed away. Yeah.
It'll be 6. Yeah. So
It gets
hopefully
easier, brother. I promise you, it gets easier. Me and my father never really had a great relationship as I got older because I made some stupid decisions. I was not a troubled kid. I hung out with a lot of stupid people. Or I shouldn't say stupid people. I made poor choices. My last words were to my dad before I moved to DC. All right, Dad, I'm leaving. We really didn't talk too much. And when we did, it was cool because we talked about the Buccaneers and Patriots because he was a big Patriots fan and stuff like that. My last words to my dad was, "Hey, I love you. I'm leaving." He said, "All right, don't come back." And 2 weeks later, my father died December 21st, 2020. 2012, the day the world was supposed to end with the Mayan calendar. So yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
so
Eric,
it gets easier.
Yeah, it gets easier. I lost my father in 2017. And it's tough at first. You just have to get through it. You have to think about the good times. And if there's anything, I know it sounds corny because a lot of people always say it, but you just have to know that your dad's in a better place and he's not dealing with any struggles. He's not dealing with any stress. And you feel happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to Jay. I went on with Jay for about 5 minutes, like July 3rd. So yeah, he's in a better place, but yeah.
Good, bro.
Hopefully, anyways, hopefully the Rays get on to, we got to take 2 out of 3 of the Orioles, and then you get the White Sox, and then you get the Reds.
Yeah.
Then you get the Yankees. So they gotta go on like a 6-3 run or 7-2.
They definitely got to start winning series. You can't go 2-8 in 10 games. You're exactly right about
that. You think? Okay, 2 questions. Do you think Kim and I meant 1 question. Do you think Kim and Lau will be ready by Friday? I know Kim fouled the ball off his.
I don't know if Lau is ready yet. I don't think they're gonna risk it. I think it's a serious injury for Lau. He's on the 10-day. They're gonna try to get him back, but you don't want to rush him back because it's something along the lines. And I think it's like side soreness, so that could lead to an oblique or something along So you got to be real careful with that because Lau has had a history of this, and you need him in that lineup. So I can't foresee if he's ready by Friday, then he's ready. I just don't know if they're going to rush him back. As far as Kim, I'm not sure, man.
X-ray's negative on the foot.
Yeah, they're
just a bruise.
If their X-rays are negative on the foot and he's able to play, I think he's going to be able to play. But remember, they do have Tyler Walls, or Taylor Walls, excuse me, Tyler's brother, but Taylor Walls. I know, can't hit. He's been better lately, but defensively he's good. You still have Cabby there. They have some depth, so it's not like they're out, but they need both of those players, in my opinion, especially Brandon Lau with the kind of year he's had being an all-star. It's a shame he couldn't play in the game, but you know what? The great thing is, Eric, that he had an opportunity to rest, so maybe he will be ready for Friday. To answer your question, I don't think the Rays will rush him back because of the history of lingering injuries, if that makes sense. Yeah,
and Neander said that they expect Loud either by Friday or shortly after. So
okay,
maybe the break did him good, and then he was taking ground balls, and I'm like, Cash was like, oh, he wasn't sure if Loud would play in the Boston series, and then they put him on the AL.
Yeah,
which they can retroactive to so he doesn't only miss like.
Well, it's a blessing in disguise because he doesn't get a chance to play in the All-Star game, even though he got picked. But he's having a heck of a year, and this lineup is going to need him, and they've missed him. Let's face it, they've missed him. Yeah. They need another bullpen arm. I think they're going to make some new moves here, and it could be exciting times for the Rays. But you're exactly right. When they come out of the All-Star break here, they definitely need to start taking 2 out of 3 from these teams, especially the teams they should beat.
Sweep the White Sox, and then the Reds are
winnable teams, but they don't play. They play down to their competition. They don't. They have not played very well versus below 500 teams this year at all. So they got to improve on that. They got to do a better job in the second half. All right, what else, Eric?
That's it. I appreciate you guys.
All right, man. You better pep up here. Eric. Go ahead. Come on. Give me something. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Say it really loud. Wake everybody up.
It's a little quiet in here. Bring the passion.
Eric.
Just have it. Bring any nonsense.
All right, there you go.
Eric, before you go, if you start to feel down about certain circumstances and situation, I don't know what your living situation is. Go get yourself a heavy bag and just hit a bag. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel a lot better.
Yeah, man. I mean, just go. Listen, go to the gym. Go out and have some fun.
You feel a lot better, dude. I promise you. It's.
You got family. You got family. I know you got family around. I know you've got you've got like he said. Go out, hit an extra bag, a heavy bag, or if you got family around, if you got somebody that's
go release those endorphins, man. Because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna feel a hell of a lot better. Because like I said, with me, when that happened, I was a lot younger and I didn't know how to comprehend it. And sometimes when you get older in life. Things that you thought you had defeated start to resurface a little bit, and they come into different phases. They intensify, they get worse sometimes, and some other people found alcohol, other people found marijuana, other people found certain drugs, whatever it is, and that's not the way to go. I'm telling you, the best form of therapy is just working out. I promise you.
Working out and doing something productive, or are you trying to be around your family? Being around the family that's here right now, being around your mom, being around if you have brothers and sisters, being around a girlfriend, being around them, be around them. Yeah. They'll comfort you. You're not alone on this.
I'm going out to Colorado in like 12 days. So
okay,
there you go, man. That's a nice spot.
Yeah, don't be a stranger on this show, and my inbox and my door is always open for you, brother. All right. Hang in there, God. God bless you, brother. All right. All right. We make a difference on this show. We do. I like that. I like the fact that we have people call us and they not only want to talk about, sports and everything that's going on in Tampa Bay sports, but also their lives. We appreciate that. We love that. All right, my friend, I'm going to get you out of here on that. How do we get you out on here on this?
7:30 tomorrow, Frozen Pirate podcast. I'm not going to unveil anything new. So no logos, no nothing. We're working up on some stuff, getting everything ready, and it's just going to come all at once. And yes, there will be some black. We're going in a different direction here. But no, like I said, tomorrow 7:30. Frozen Pirate podcast live on YouTube, Instagram. I don't think I'm going to do the Instagram. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Instagram Live. Instagram Live sucks. It kind of makes everything like glitchy, and sometimes I lag. And you ever notice like when you lag, you like stuck in like this stupid pose. It just looks horrible. But no, I mean, like I said, go follow the YouTube page, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Go subscribe. We're doing a free jersey giveaway. Like I said, if you like the content, subscribe to the page, you like it, and share it on Instagram, X, and stuff like that. Sometimes they say some crazy things like the Buccaneers should get rid of that pirate ship and put a better pirate ship in. Take the snippet, share it. You know what I'm saying? That stuff like that goes a long way. And then when I go to do a free jersey giveaway, I might hit you up on your DM and say, hey, you just won a free jersey giveaway. Who's the player you want? What's your address? What's the shipping address? Boom. If you don't believe me, go ask Nick Green. He got a badass Antoine Winfield Jr. jersey. It was an expensive one, but I was a man of my word. And like I said, throughout the season, I don't know. Maybe I might do for every win the Buccaneers do, every win the Bucs get. I might just not a free jersey giveaway. You guys are on crack, but I'm gonna be doing some giveaways throughout the year. So, 7:30 tomorrow, Frozen Pirate Podcast.
All right. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you as always. Let me go ahead and do it.
What do you hear? What do you say?
All right, Blackheart.
I think no, I'm not Blackheart. I think we're gonna have to change that intro. We're gonna have to do something a little different.
What are we doing?
I don't know. You know what I didn't realize? They swapped out Aleister Black's music. The guitar riffs and drums are different. It's pretty cool. We might have to do that guitar riff in the beginning.
Well, I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, we can. It's just a guitar riff. It's just that wow. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I gotta go. I gotta get sleep.
Get out of here.
See you later.
Blackheart.
I can't. Black jerseys.
Black jerseys. This one. All right. That's it. That's over. Thanks a lot to all the guests of the night. Mr. Leo Haggerty, former coach, scout, and now media member of Night Sports Productions and Amped Up Sports. Seneca Wallace, former NFL quarterback, on with us tonight. The media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. And, of course, Best of the Bay's Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, and Louie from the Frozen Pirate Podcast, as we have him on every Wednesday. You just never know what guests we're going to have on the Sports Web. That's why you got to tune in, like, and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. YouTube super chats are open. Facebook stars. If you love the content, we'll keep it down. The roommates are sleeping right now. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say on this show, to end it off, go Bucs.